And hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am Luca, and I am here to bring you the final day of the Heroes Lounge Season 16 finals. I'm replacing the wonderful Samu after 3 back-to-back weekend days. He has finally been given a day off. He's sitting, I'm sure, with his feet up, looking at the absolute madness that has happened. And on that side, which I think is my right on screen, I am joined by Sergeant Johnny, and on the left, it's not Shadow Writer. Last second substitution, we have got the amazing Kex. How are we doing, boys?
We're doing pretty fine. Thanks for having us. And Kex, I guess we had a pretty good experience over the last time we casted together. How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, last week we managed to ruin Samu's day with our jokes. And so he resigned and thinks maybe Luca can take us better. And I guess so, because just look at him. Amazing dude. Hey, Luca.
The resignation letter has already been written. I'm just waiting for a reason to email it in. We have already got ourselves some map picks though, guys. Who wants to run us through those? Anyone got them up in front of themselves?
Yes, I can do that. So we have for the blue team, they banned Dragonshire, and in addition to that, they banned Volskaya Foundry. And for the red team, it's Infernal Shrines and Tomb of the Spider Queen that got banned out. And that includes us for map number 1, and the red team, the team of Friends or Foe, bringing us to Towers of Doom. Map that I actually pretty like, but starting off with Towers of Doom should be one of the deciding maps.
It's definitely in the wrong place in the series, isn't it? You got to finish on Towers of Doom. Get that strong final fight over a bottom bell tower where everyone dies, and then an Abathur burrows in and dies to some accidental splash, and you go all over again.
I see you're a man of culture as well, Luca. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. What I would have wanted. But yeah, kind of spoiling the fun here, the teams. They want to go there first. Maybe want to avoid especially this kind of heartbreak scenario and just take it right away. Okay, if you do it first, it can't be last. Because that is the comeback map. So I guess that's my reasoning for that.
But then, if we flip the narrative on its head, a nice, clean, 5-point to 3-point end in this game is going to really set us up for a close series. So maybe they don't want to wait to the end for the tension. Maybe we're going to see that tension coming in from game number 1.
Just a quick reminder, these two teams are neither the first or the second place in Division 1. The red team is coming from place number 5 and the blue team is coming from place number 3. So it doesn't mean when you finish the season first place that you definitely have a guaranteed spot in the finals. No. This is not how it's going to be. So I'm pretty excited for this. And I'm throwing this to Kex, who I think was looking CCL yesterday as well, so as I. Did you saw Probius and the value?
So, first of all, Johnny, I did see CCL, but I did see the Probius, but I did not see Probius value actually. They won and stuff, but I don't know what he does. And but yeah. I would love to see the Probius here. I mean, it seems to be the new stuff. It seems to be the new meta that the probe is finally worth to be picked. But yeah, I love to see it. I mean, we are in Division 1. Like, there's only one more division higher up, the 1+. So I'm expecting some big plays. And also, as the small platinum gold player I am, I see the Masters and Grandmaster portraits stuff. So. Oh, by the way, we go into the draft already.
The good news is we're not going to have to wait long at all, Kex. Is that Probius going to be first banned after a clear showing of its dominance in that 0-2 to 3-2 reverse sweep, or will it be left in the trash can where it belongs? I mean, time will tell, boys. Time will indeed tell. Our first pick, though, for Memeldors Meme Machines. Let's see what they're going to prioritize. Is it still going to be that Tahaka? Is it still going to be the Junkrat? Are we going to see the newly changed Rhaegar coming out and really taking the Nexus by storm again for a second week?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally you want to have maybe something like an offlaner who can double soak in the mid and top lane, and a strong foreman pushing down the bot lane. But there are so multiple strategies you can go for, and the first pick, the first ban actually, will be the Nuberg. So no Cocoon and no Beetles.
Gotta love seeing that Nubrak taken out. He really just feels a cut above the rest of the tanks at the moment. One of the only ones you can really safely pick up early on, and that Cocoon is just so nasty in fights. It can really force you into
so
drafts.
Strong.
Yeah,
It's really so strong. You just can make every team fight into a 5v4, which is normally something you always win. So definitely a good ban on the side of the meme machines, I guess they're called, because I don't think we introduced the teams already. And
well, our blue team, potentially slightly glossing over some only minorly important things. Memeldors Meme Machines, they've been around in Lounge for longer than I can remember. They used to even have the man, the myth, the lemon himself playing for them, but recently he has departed onto bigger, but maybe not better things. They've been left behind, and in his wake, can they fill the hole of the Memeldor captaincy and take home this Division 1 champions? But their opponents, seasoned Illidan players, right? Friend or foe, they understand. You got to go back to your allies so you can go in further. They're here to try and dive in and take away this championship. And it looks like the bans have shaken up pretty much as expected. The only slight weird thing is that Chromie there for the Junkrat, I would say.
I guess that would be then like a target ban. So I guess on the side of Friend of Foe, we do have that one Chromie player that terrorizes Storm League. I mean, I guess you know what I mean. The one that always gets like the 15 kills, doesn't die. And if you're almost there, she just goes time out for 5 seconds and the team will save. So Junkrat, you mentioned it, is the first pick now, though. So although he was a bit nerfed with the last patch, he still is pretty good. Kind of interested. I haven't played him since the patch, so I'm kind of interested how the build will shape up, if they will go for the big ass or for the double traps on 13. Well, let's see that. What do you think about that, Luca, by the way?
Well, it has to be said, if there was a map where minions weren't going to get in the way of your traps, it is Towers of Doom. So
True.
I feel like, to be honest, the fact that Big Asta isn't there won't matter, and we'll just go back to the old build where you took Silence on 7 and Double on 13. But it would be interesting on Tomb if we're going to see that adjustment and take the...
On the other hand, Friend of Foe decide for the second training wheel comp, there is, in Heroes of the Storm, it's Johanna and Anduin, who just synergize so well, and you can put their ults into views together. They synergize really well as heroes and as with their ults. So pretty nice. Dukov, by the way, he was kinda nerfed, but did not receive nerfing to low blow or the Itangas on 13. Just his health pool was kind of reduced, so a kind of a weird nerf, because I still think he is really, really strong there. And he gets his stitches.
imagine that Stukov is actually nerfed with the wrong talents. Yeah, Stitches is coming in as well. Big hooks will be shown. Leo's going
Luca,
to ban
by
out.
the way, we are supposed to change the title of the stream.
I unfortunately can't do that. No one ever
okay.
made me a moderator, so whoops. Someone will fix it for us, I'm sure, in the not too distant future. Eric, please. But no, we can already see the styles, right? The two teams want to bring here. The meme machines, they've got this pick-centric comp, right? They're looking for hooks, they're looking for traps and boops, they're looking to get maybe some Stukov root slows out there and just isolate individuals. But that Johanna Anduin, that's such a solid team fight comp, and the Blaze just adds to that as well. It puts the Greymane in the pocket and it says, we're going to go as a team and we're going to make sure you guys are ready. And without a cleanse, I think that actually the meme machines might struggle to shut this down.
This is a real hard engage combo, I guess. Like, if they go for the Light Bomb Falling Sword combo and then follow it up by the Blaze Stun and Greymane just goes ham, that could be rather dangerous. But of course, you do have Stukov on the other side who can just fall and swipe the whole engage away, so he has to be the target first of
Yeah.
all.
But on the other hand, you have on the blue team side now two heroes who can easily quit the fight. Junkrat with a bomb and Falstad with the gust completely shut down the fight and restarted after a few seconds. But let's see. I guess the red team needs a mage to blow a little bit more damage onto it. Of Fear, Ming is still an option, and there we go. Li Ming is in, not with a new skin.
No, not a new skin, but still, I really like both drafts. I think you can kind of see what they want to achieve with that. And to be fair, Malthael is one of my favorite heroes in the game, so I really dig the Malthael pick there on the solo lane. Blaze can double soak 2 though, so there's no problem there. He might be fast on the rotations if he goes for the horse talent on 1, which I on a cold horse on a
Pale
Pale horse.
Pale horse. The cold horse. On the
The
cold
cold
horse.
horse indeed. It's a little bit chilly. No, I think Meme Machines, they've set themselves up with a very interesting draft. They haven't backed a teamfight win, but instead they've taken these 2 different plays they can make with hooks and also with Falstad and Malthael trying to bully Blaze out, and they're going to try and pressure their enemies out of this game. But as we start to load in, I'm going to hand over to you two lads. We're going to see how well these 2 teams can fare in game number 1 of the Division 1 Finals.
Thank you, Luca, and welcome to the first map. We got on the blue team side the meme machine, meme machines, something with memes. We have Death Knight on Stitches, Year of MMM on Stukov, Sugar Daddy 69 on Malthael, Smaragd on Junkrat, and Ogpok on the Falstad.
And in the right corner, everybody, we have Friend of Foe with Rutek on Enduin, Idrex playing Greymane, Xiomeg 533 is the Joanna, Akunis playing Blaze, and Alvarez is on the Li Ming. And let's get this series started, everybody. It is the grand final of Division 1 Heroes Lounge Season 16.
And first of all, we have for Stitches no Globe talent and also no E talent. We have the Patchwork creation, so at least some hero wrote the patch notes. And
They
Dukov,
wrote
we
them?
have
They read them, sorry. Okay. Okay.
took a little, I see.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Go. I'm sorry. I got you out of the room. Go.
We have for Stukov the low blower as usual. We have actually, as you said, all a pale horse for Malthael, so he'll be quick in the rotation. Blaze is currently stuck with a big hit of Ming in the middle. There's the first hook connected, but immediately shut down by Anduin.
Yeah, something I wanted to talk to you guys in draft about was the zone of death that we have in this game, like on the left side and on the right side. A combination that I thought about was maybe you just scotch someone and then you use the massive shove of you get in position and then you use the massive shove by Stukov to just push your enemy there. And I mean, not everybody can get out of there. Like the cheesy Blaze, but I guess it's a final. They don't want to do that.
But I guess you can't really push your own friends.
Yeah, no. I mean the enemy. You gotch an enemy.
Okay. Yeah. So you.
By the way, here I
split it out.
have to be very careful. He drops pretty low. Can get out though. Get some healing from the enemy. Nice try though. A good engage by the meme machines. And. By the way, we do have on the Pale Horse. On the. Oh wow.
That was a nice bomb, and that's the first kill on Andrin right there.
Yeah.
Nicely done by Smaragd.
Smaragd doing the job that he has to do as the Junkrat, just looking for his opponents to step up in kind of a weird way, getting the mine behind him, repulsing them back, and getting the kill. And that was secured here. That was really nice to see.
As you mentioned earlier, there are slightly some advanced changes, adjustments in the talents, I guess, for Junkrat, as we have on level 4 the taste for explosions, so stacking up to every hero he is hitting with his Qs. I usually see something like this in ARAMs. I never saw that in an actual Heroes Lounge match.
Yeah, kind of surprising for me too, but do we do go into our first objective phase, and on top, we have a bit of a brawl on the top line. While Falstad is still in mid and trying to soak some more experience. They want to stall this for level 7. The top altars are already taken now, and Falstad flies in. They have now a 4v4 going, and it is not a multi-heal who decides to join his team. It is the Blaze, and now he's there. He goes in for a stun jet propulsion onto the Stitches. Stitches does not fall. There is no commitment to the kill. I guess they'll even give it now, or do they?
Yeah, it seems like. I mean, they saw the bomb in the bush, so Jaina's very likely not walking through that unless she had the trade up. But the blue team is very bullying the red team currently away, as Greymane is always already in the middle as well. But Johanna, no, this blind was a little too late. This is the third altar channeled by the blue team, so 36-32. And a slight lead in experience for the blue team as
The team
well.
should now go to their camps, and we do see that. They will try to raise the dom as quickly as possible. Actually, I thought that with Greymane they would be faster. Still, both camps taken, no engage, no invade. Yeah, we do see the standard gameplay of this map where you have 4 people on bot, and as I said it, I see that Junkrat is in mid lane. But who cares? I would never lie to you guys, sorry for that. Yeah, still, you want to accompany those Zapper camps, and there is a nice hook onto the Greymane, but he would still get out. He has his E, so yeah, we are kind of in a boring phase of the game right now, because both teams are now looking to get level 10, especially of course the Meme Machines who are in the XP lead there.
Do you think that Junkrat is going for the rocket ride?
It would surprise me, actually.
Would surprise me as well, but well, if you already go for level 4 for the
I mean,
quest.
I'm a platinum boy. If the Grandmaster and Master players say Rocket Ride is the one, then go for it. I mean, why should I tell them what to play?
I mean,
They would know. I hope
the team is Memeldors meme machines, so maybe it is a meme to go for it and have actually value. We don't know.
I don't want to be mean, but if they I don't want to be meme. Haha. If they actually were memey, they wouldn't take Stukov, Junkrat, and stuff like that. That's meta, not meme. But yeah, of course, the next altar objective coming in. Hydrox does a great job at stopping Smaragd from disturbing Rutek, or the Yenduin from channeling, so very nicely done there.
And we have level 10 abilities right now. We have indeed Gorge and Massive Shove. As you said, we have the Last Rides, not the Rocket Ride, but the Riptire, and includes the heroic ability for Falstad as well, the Mighty Gust to shut down the fight. Ooh, and look at the Massive Shove on the top lane. Blaze can jet propulsion his way out, can heal himself up, but there are 2 people chasing. Junkrat is coming in as well. Arcunis is going for the death side. Is he going for the suicide? No, he's not.
That should actually be... oh no, Last Rides were already taken, so no stack there. I guess. Oh no, it is already 1 stack. I completely missed that, I'm sorry.
Me as well, but I guess it was the kill on Greymane that brought the first stack. In the meantime, the blue team is looking for the right siege camp at the bottom, looking to invade this. There's a hook on Anduin.
But he gets the root out the chest eyes. Sits. Oh, low blow. There's so much damage. That could have been a kill. Now we have Stitches on the point. There comes the light bomb, but it is gusted away. Nice timing by Orkpok on the far side, and they get the Johanna, and they cannot take their camp back. So nicely done by Memeldors Meme Machine, who get the camp, who also get a kill on the Jojo, and now might even get even more value on bot. And there is another hook on the Greymane, and there is a shove. No, there is a Gorge, but he's shove ready.
Look.
He is. Oh, he doesn't do it. He waited too long. But there might be a kill on the Li Ming. Yes, it is. And now we have level 13, which means there is a longer hook for Death Knight, and there is a nice save.
Oh my god, look at those shoves. Dude, straight in front of the gate, losing nearly all the HPs, and then got finished in the middle. Those hooks bringing so many kills. 6-0 and an easy altar. The
But they don't
Team
go
could
for the
have
altar
go.
yet. They
Yeah.
want to siege it down. They might even get it done before the camp hits. Yes, they do. All three of the Zeppers not going to commit to the keep. Actually, it's the keep in this map. So that puts even more pressure onto friend or foe.
And we're dropping
And
down to...
two Zeppers get in and also 5 shots from the objective. So very nicely done. And now we are in a precarious situation for friend or foe. They are behind not only a level but also a talent. They have to be careful. They need They need to get Marvel on top, I guess. They are actually invading there. Their jet propulsion misses though. Question is, can they still get there? While we have a stalemate on it. Now Falstad is flying to join. And
he could gust them into the corner, but Sugar Daddy, he was jumping left and right, heal himself up, and I guess he could have survived this all by himself. But there's a gust into the corner, and Akunis will die.
but
There's
we
no
have
bunker.
no bunker left. Yeah, okay, that's the second stack on the last right, which means already 10. And they have a double kill on the bot lane. No, it wasn't a double kill. Why am I talking like that?
This
It's
is the-
only one kill. So
It was a
sorry.
reverse kill.
Yeah, so I was just clicking really quickly through the map to just see what's happening there. But did not realize. Attack chaos. Sorry for the guys. And here is the gorge. Oh, and
Massive
the
shot.
massive-
No,
Does
but
it?
Enwin can pull out Ming. There's again a massive low blow, and again the hook on the Ming! Holy hell, Death Knight, calm down! Those hooks nearly hitting always. Oh my god. We have
another gank on Marvel in the mid, I guess. This should work this time. Come on! The moment the stun hits by Arcanus, Lace gets the kill in. So now we do have level 16 talents advantage for the meme machines, but it's 5v4, so I guess they need to give this objective. They do have Junkrat who can stall a bit, and there is a blessed shield engage onto the Junkrat who dies too. Really good play, and Endoin now trying to get the objective because they still did not channel properly through. They might have even gone for the enemy camp and tried to get their bot keep back. Still, that was really important. Now they got some comeback HP. Blade will need to soak top lane though, so care on bot. Finally, they convert back their keep.
It was about time that that the blue team lost the Malthael in the middle. That give the red team the opportunity to finally fight a little bit back. They are still huge numbers behind when it comes to the core points, but now the blue team looking for the blaze, and he gets hooked. The hook, he pressed R, he dropped down the bunker, and he's safe, unless Stukov in the middle. Oh no, he was left alone, and the red team turned it against the blue team, and this is a Stukov kill. There's another hook on Johanna. This time, Johanna is Gorge, and Johanna has no falling sword. There's another isolation, and Johanna is behind the gates. Can she get out? Yes, Anduin got another trade ready to pull her out, and the hook nearly connected again.
Death Knight not giving up, wanted to look for another connect on the hook. But yeah, it's kind of looking like Friend or Foe turned the momentum around. Now they might even get a bit of siege damage on the bot lane. So this game has become quite more suspenseful, and there is another hook on the Johanna who immediately has to pop her trade, and the second leap of faith gets used by Ender, and so I guess there should be no leap of faith right now, so at least for sub-seconds yet. 3 of the altars coming in. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good for Friend or Foe. They fought themselves back, and here's the blessed shield engage. Hits 3 people, but can they get another kill? No, they cannot yet. Can they? Come on, do something, kill someone. I cannot prolong this any longer. Okay, no, they don't. There is the Riptide though, coming in, getting some damage onto the Endo, and it's not fatal though, so no problem. Actually, Alvarez had to be careful there, jumps out of the hook, and a good engage again onto Okpogo, and there is a nice Gorge Gust combo onto the Li Ming, and now here is again the low blow value. Like, The moment you are below 50% and you are so squishy as a Liming or Vala, Stukov says, thank you, I'll take you, no worries. Yeah, so again, after clawing themselves back into the game, Memeldors' meme machine came, said, no, we won't let you come, we are still in the lead, XP wise, and we take bot keep again. You just had it, but we're gonna take it back, we're gonna channel again for 5 points, which will then have only 8 points left, which means with the 2 camps they are actually doing right now, which are potentially 6 more, 8 left, 7 left. Sorry, I can't do math.
7 are left as you say, and those Sappers, if they go,
of course, for boss now, which is like the friend of our has to defend boss, right?
Yeah,
they
definitely.
Cannot let those through. So that's easily that's the easiest boss ever in the whole game, and that's 4 more shots, meaning there's 3 left, meaning 1 camp is enough, and also the next channel phase will be enough, which of course puts a lot of pressure onto Friend of Foe.
Yeah, they can still win this, of course. They are half a level until 20. Nothing they have to fight for right now. The camps are played.
Ooh, blind
they
hook.
just need to be careful not getting hooked exactly. And the blue team are looking to push out the lanes, take some structures, and they are looking for the bot lane as well. And those Liming combinations hitting Death Knight hard. He's already at half HP. Falset is coming in. Was looking for a little bit more damage. But this is now, or could be, the deciding altar for the blue team to finish the game in their favor.
And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? This is one of the moments where it's really, really crucial. When there's a hook and the wind tunnel. So they actually wanted to do their abduct comp again, but Zeomag on the Jojo hit straight too fast, can't get Gorge, so that's that. But Gorge still is up, but wind tunnel gun, that's huge, because wind tunnel is such a big game changer. We did not talk about level 20s because we were talking about other stuff, and there is the Gorge onto the Endoin, which might actually be GG right now.
Yeah, he can't pull himself out, but Stukov dies first. Rutek cleanses himself with the light bomb, and also the Morphoload, I can't have the name, is also cleansed by the...
Rutek dies though.
Yeah. So many deaths!
It's 1 to 3.
Yeah, and Death Knight will fall, I guess, as well. It's a quad kill. The red team completely turning the game.
Now they need to siege bot. They need to siege bot and then take objective, actually. So this is all we wanted for this game, for the first game of the whole series, to be actually so close right now. I mean, I say close, it's still 25 points. But Friend of Foe has been stepping up in the game, and he steps into... Oh my god! Oh my god! He dies! He doesn't! How didn't he die? What?
He was just in time, out of range for the keep to shoot him.
And now he goes for a camp. The balls on Greymane. I like it.
He got balls of steel.
He's got the balls of steel, definitely. All right, they convert bot keep and also get their channel through. So that's nice. That's their chance at a comeback. Let's quickly check boss time. It's still 2 minutes for the next boss, and Greymane already did the first camp. They now opt for the second one. This is possible. This comeback is possible on this map, definitely.
Yeah,
there is no backdooring here, which is why it is the comeback map. And now they could go aggressively, nicely zone trapped there by the by Smaragd, by Junkrat. It could work. It actually could work. So yeah. I'm kind of hyped for that.
I'm definitely hyped for that as well. Maybe another hook can already decide what's going on. We have another single altar coming up. So another big event between bot and mid lane. And the blue team definitely wants to turn the bottom bell tower in their favor to have at least a fountain to retreat to. first to destroy the Sappers. Hook is not landing properly. More and more hits coming through, but the red team is defending pretty well as Malthael and Blaze are cleaning the rest of the lanes in the meantime.
Yeah, but still the poke from Junkrat, they won't be able to hold botkeep forever, and they now realize that they want to go for the Malthael again. Jet Propulsion does not hit, it does a weird curve, but they go for him. He can come back immediately though with his level 20, and he does that. So yeah, they get the kill, they force his 20, but they lose bot keep.
And also, what missed in the last chase, the Blast Shield. Blast Shield has 30 seconds, and
Blast
the blue
Shield is
team
out.
has every single heroic ability up. So that
Yeah.
could be a game-deciding thing for the upcoming altar.
Definitely.
The
Don't
red team-
forget that last team fight, Wind Tunnel was used prematurely and did not have any value.
Yeah.
This is still one of the best ults in the game. Like, Wind Tunnel can still change the flow of every team fight.
Yeah. So, Greymane is already trying, but Deathknight is like, what are you trying? We are all here. No, this is not how it's going to be. There are
Blind
multiple
hook.
hooks.
It's no one. Of course, Malthael has to be careful now. Now that he used his No One Can Stop Death, his death timer will be way longer. Still, I guess he can do it. And there is a hook onto the Blaze who gets the Jet Propulsion in. And also here's another Blast Shield engage, but Wind Tunnel stops the team from engaging, so a nice stop there. And the last rides will connect, they do get Jojo. Yeah, still, they can't retreat. If they go back, they lose this they lose this game. So they
Yeah.
have to stay at the outset, which is like really bad for them. And there is another nice hook onto the end of the Jet Propulsion and Life from Pit, and they might actually get... Junkrat survives with
Oh,
a big
no.
heal from Stukov. Can they get... Yes, at least they get the big timer onto Malthael.
Onset is down as well, but so is Anduin. The healer is down, and now it's 2 against 3.
Ooh, and the big
what
hook, and
a
that's
hook.
GG.
Yeah,
That's
this
GG, that's... I mean,
that
Itrax
was
with the
it.
balls of steel won't be enough to... Oh! Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, GG. Memeldors, Meme Machine take the 1-0 lead. Oh, and also the kill onto Greymane. Let's quickly take Luca back into the discussion and talk about what we just saw. Luca!
What an incredible first game that was indeed. The early game, Meme Machine's looking so strong, but once that Bless Shield came online at level 10, friend or foe show, they weren't going to set down without a fight. Some incredible counter engages when those hooks came out, got many kills onto the Stukov, and in the end, it was so close, but those last two Bless Shields missing on the Malthael and then not finding value in that final fight really felt like the deciding factor. Although, like you, I was so sure that after that hook into light bomb play, they almost had absolutely perfect counter engage, and I really thought that they might just be able to turn it all around. I mean, that's the start we wanted to this series, wasn't it?
Definitely. Like, both teams not at all going easy on each other, like giving it their all. It was nice, it was close. As you said, the early was definitely more for Meme Machine, for the Memeldors. Still, friend or foe, clawing themselves back into the game, showed potential, and it also shows that this is not over yet. I mean, it was the comeback map. They did not get the that comeback. Still, it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it.
Definitely. So, I have a quick question to you guys. Do you think that the not dying talent for Johanna on 20, I can't remember the name. So when Johanna actually should die, there is a massive shield popping off. Could this be a weapon against Last Rites?
I think, honestly, the Indestructible wouldn't have got them too much value. Like, the fights they were winning, it was the 2-second stun from Bless Shield that was really carrying it. And we just saw in the last fight, when the stun didn't connect properly, when it was used as the Faustad gusted, that was kind of the difference in the fight. So I think that the Indestructible, especially because in theory, you should cleanse every rights with Bunker, right? I think it's should be okay, but she just got a little bit over eager, I think. Maybe the pressure getting to them, because let's face it, that is an incredibly tense situation. I'm sure I wouldn't have done any better, but just a little bit unfortunate, a little bit too eager. The team can't really funnel through the same choke that she was able to walk through, and then a really beautiful gust from Falstad that was very well spotted meant that the shield wasn't going to convert into kills, and I think that was the moment where we
That
we
was
started to
definitely
see,
the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said in the game already too, like in the second to last team fight I had, they did not get the abduct combo onto Johanna because Johanna was too quick on her trade, and the wind tunnel didn't hit anybody, right? And that was the reason why Friend of Foe could then collapse onto the enemy and did not have to fear it, because it's such a big ult. And I mean, question to you guys: what is the best level 20 in the whole game? I guess Buried Alive by Lyric, but Wind Tunnel second, something like that.
I mean, you got to talk about Falling Swords upgrade when you have that discussion.
Yeah.
And
All
be
right,
honest,
all right.
although we didn't see it here, I think it's worth having a little chat about the Riptire upgrade as well that Junkrat brings in. But thoughts for later, maybe, as it looks like we are ready to transition into our second map. The Meme Machines deciding that they didn't want first pick again, having just got through towers. They want to decide where we're going, and they've taken us to Cursed Hollow. And with their more rotational pick-based style, I think they'll get a lot of value from Cursed. So do you think we'll see something similar coming out from both sides here, guys? Do you think we're going to see anything different? Any changes you might want to see?
I guess the Junkrat will be definitely be in the focus. So does maybe the Malthael. Johanna gets prioritized as well. But I guess in this map, Globals, Dehaka was already banned, but Brightwing wasn't banned or picked as well. So maybe that could be a focus. What do you think, Higgs?
I mean, Cursed Hollow is a big map, right? Is it even the biggest?
Ultrak must be bigger, surely.
Yeah, or maybe the Warhead, but we don't talk about
Are
that.
they even maps? Are Ultrak... Cursed is the biggest real.
Yeah. Okay, Luca, I really enjoy talking to you. Just so you know, you are a good boy. Yeah, so definitely global heroes can be a big factor here, and I mean, I guess the Haka will be banned again. No, first ban is Stukov, not surprisingly, because he was nerfed, but he is still extremely strong.
There's some
those
very
silences-
interesting theory crafts about Stukov as well, because the real problem with Stukov is, unlike Junkrat and Dehaka, if you show from pick 1 that your draft isn't going to have a cleanse in it, it can be really difficult to play into some dive styles. So from first pick, it's actually slightly scary picking up that Stukov. So unlike the Dehaka and the Junkrat that can kind of get banned most by the second teams, you often see Stukov taken out by the first pick team because they don't want to invite their opponents to come at them with something like Maiev, but at the same time they don't want to commit to their draft with their first pick and then be suddenly forced to try and convert it into a draft style when the enemies get that Stukov pick.
You are so smart. I did not think so far. That's such a good explanation. Thank you for educating me.
Yeah, now we're going to see first pick Stukov for the rest of the night. That's what's going to happen. Having dropped an interesting and surprising take on theory crafting, the team's going to be like, but what is Stukov?
No, we see Dehaka first pick, and I don't think that surprises anybody because Dehaka is really strong. He is a global, and on the other side you have to counter that global with a global, so we get fights. That Brightwing still open though. They might opt for the second global. What do you guys think?
Well, Brightwing could be an option here. Having another global could be an option as definitely. By the way, the last ban was Rhaegar. He was banned out in the last game as well, and Rhaegar isn't that prioritized as he was reworked. But let's see what's coming up. It's the Anduin together with his father, so we have a little family on the right team side.
I mean, it's almost Christmas time, right? So that's nice of them to come together, share maybe some food. I really enjoy Death Knight's pick of Johanna because it works like a third ban, right? Because we already saw Ziomek on Johanna, and Luca, you always said it. When Friend or Foe got something done, it was always because of the stuns they got with the Blessed Shield. So taking that away from the enemy and securing a really good tank for yourselves is a good pick. It's just a solid good pick.
And you can see they knew that Dahaka pick was coming, because there was no surprise at all with the instant Johanna Falstad locks. But the Anduin pick up on the other side, I really like as well, because giving your opponents that Anduin Johanna setup makes it really difficult for you to play for anything aggressive. And if you play heavy dive, they can just go for the Falling Sword variant where they get engage options and they can deny it. And if you play something a bit more passive, like we saw last game, then Bless Shield into Lightbomb is nasty. So I like taking that away. Pairing it with the variant means that now they've got a shield breaker for the Johanna as well, and they've got the chance to be very aggressive with their pickup. So I like what both teams are doing so far.
Yeah, me too. I also think that the Lucio ban is a smart decision, because it is a big map, and with Lucio can easily and quickly rotate like onto top lane or bot lane for a quick gank, which could be like a really big factor in the whole of the game. On the other side, do we want to talk about the Panda? Please, let's talk about the Panda.
I mean, Keg W's in the chat. Gotta spam Keg W so we see the right ult, boys. It's required. Yeah. He's a good boy, is our champ.
Ooh, we see like one of the most solid damage comps that there is in Heroes of the Storm. Greymane for the auto attack damage and Jaina for the mage damage. That's just so solid. Maybe Jaina is a bit squishy, but you do have the Haka, you do have an Anduin, so that's just a really solid comp that can excel at blowing a target up. I mean, you get the taunt, you get the cursed bullet, Jaina and Greymane go at it. So they have to answer with a Divine Shield, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. That's a very good answer for this massive blow up. As you said, two old heroes, so we go old school in this one. And you don't necessarily need Jaina, you don't necessarily need Ming, you also can have Jaina, also with the Ring of Frost potential upgrade, but I guess this time it will be the slow with the water elemental. Luca, what do you think? What do you think of both drafts and who's going to win?
I'm a little bit surprised at the Ming Bang. I feel like the Greymane was the much bigger threat in that game of the two heroes, and they have got it again, and I think we're going to see Itrax's Greymane pop off again, and it's going to be really pivotal to the game. But with the Uther last pick, I'm a huge fan of the draft on the blue side. I think they'll be able to execute it, and my money is on Memeldors Meat Machines to take this for the second game in a row.
I mean, we kind of forced it, Chen. We said, I said it's not meme enough, so I'm pretty sure we will get a keg. But everybody, let's get into our second map of the day. It's still the grand final of Division 1, Heroes Lounge Season 16. And on the right side in the red corner, we have Friend or Foe. They don't have 1 point yet, but they do want to get it. We have Itrax on his Greymane. We have Akunis on Tehaka, Ziomek 533. On the variant, Abaros will play Jaina, and Anduin is played by Rutek.
And on the left team side, we have the Meme Machines with Death Knight on Johanna, Year of MMM on Uther, Smaragd on Sylvanas, Sugar Daddy 69 on Chen, and Falstad on is played by Ogpork. And we have multiple quests on both sides. We have Gathering Storm as usual for Falstad. We have the freshest ingredients for Chen, and a little brawl already in the mid lane as we have the Wave of Light quest for Uther.
Yeah. We also see the tissue regeneration onto their Haka, so no race car, which is sad because race car definitely one of the most fun, and there is a gank onto Jaina there because they have to be careful. You still have a variant pre level 4, so yeah, your enemy will be aggressive, and especially with an Uther who can act as a tank too, so they do have a big front line. They get out though, so pretty nicely done. What I want to say is, I'm sad that we don't see the race car, the Haka, because it's always so fun to make race car sounds when he goes through a bush. Alright.
So we have the red team now currently going for the siege camp as usual, because the first tribute will spawn at the bottom of the lane. Sylvanas preparing their siege camp as well. And both of the globals are on the other side of the map, so they can come in whenever needed. and stay as long as possible to get as experience. So
Grayman doing Grayman things, already pushed out the siege camp on bot lane and is now going for another camp on the Bruiser together with his friend Enduin, while Sylvanas did the siege camp on the other side. So yeah, so are they going for an invade here though?
They were thinking about it, but I guess they were like, oh, Varian already coming, kind of scary, we don't know where Jaina is, then we would be 3 versus 4, so they packed up, and
I'm pretty sure they would have gone through with it if Friend of Foe did not have hit level 4 just like 2 seconds after they were going there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried actually. I mean, Uther is a nice healer, he got nice power heals indeed, but in a long team fight, I actually don't know if he has enough heals. I mean, he has a D-shield, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, for the long team fights, I don't see Uther that often. And Brightwing, I don't know if he could be a target as well, a good healer in this case as well. But we have Uther and the first tribute coming up at the bottom of the lane.
Yeah.
And both of the teams are very close in experience. Red team currently reaching level 6 a little bit quicker. And
on top lane we have both of the global teams still going. And we have a taunt onto Johanna, but she can drop the Unstoppable and can get out. And Grayman in a bit of pressure because Sugar Daddy with the Chen is going really deep, pressuring both of the damage dealers there. And just pressing E and not dying because I don't care if I get damage. I can negate it with my shields. And now the Hacker is in though. He can be a quick pass. He gets a grab onto the Sylvanas. There is a follow-up taunt and she dies. But we do have that subdue quest through in only 3 minutes 25. So now there will always be the big slow. And there's another, another engage onto Death Knight. Jojo dies too. 2 very important kills there, and the only kills in the game right now. Friend of Foe showing that they have not given up yet, that they still wanna go for more. By the way, while we have 4 people from the red team pushing on bot and hard pushing this, they are losing soak in mid. Sylvanas was there soaking all the time, so don't know if it's that smart to do that. But yeah. Johnny, by the way, you are muted.
oh, thanks. Thanks.
It was so silent and I didn't know what to do.
Sorry, my bad.
I was all alone. I was about to cry for Luca for help.
I was just saying that that it is definitely an option for Sylvanas to go for it. She nearly had to because the red team was at this time half a level ahead. Now Dehaka at the bottom of the lane, he is at the right time, but there's a taunt, but now Varian is isolated, is body blocked, but the son always cares about the father and is pulling him out to safety. That gives the opportunity to Falstad to go for the first.
Yeah, but the red team kinda decided from the very beginning that they didn't want to go. They had a camp there, and the hacker did get somebody. I mean, half of the 4 is already gone. So they decided to let's just macro this game. We are in the XP lead. We will hit level 10, not 20, before them. So I guess a good choice. Are we going for boss down now? Yes, they are. We have Sylvanas and Uther going for their boss. Death Knight will join them, and so is Falstad. And on the other side, it will be a boss trade. So, Friend of Foe knows exactly what is happening, even though they did not scout it. Go for their own boss. The boss trade. Yeah. And to be fair, this is actually the better trade for Friend of Foe, because right now the next objective will be in 20 seconds on the bot lane. They will have to rush there now, though.
Is now level 10 is reached by the blue team? Oh, come on, Chen, don't let us wait. Tell me, is it the cake? It is the cake! We get the cake indeed, as the red team already have their level 10 abilities. But Falstad is down! Got killed in the middle.
So much damage.
The wolf was greedy and he wanted the chicken and he get the chicken. I like chicken. And I'm hungry.
I mean, I'm hungry too. I wanted to cook, but then someone told me, hey, can you cast? But then,
Who's
yeah,
doing this?
so shame on you guys. But yeah, let's just hope this is over quickly. And I can get
There
my
are
lead.
two. Oh my god! Blessed shield in the middle, then the silent arrow, so Grayman wasn't able to jump out, and then another stun of Uther. And well, if that's not enough, there's another push coming as Grayman was the one brutally attacked in the middle.
But I don't think that was worth it because they lose two structures. They lose bot 4 to a hard push, and the boss got way more value and got also top keep. Top keep. God damn it! What's wrong with me? I wanted to say top 4. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's always the difficult thing on big maps. If you have an advantage on one side, then on the other side something else is happening, and you have to decide: do we let that slide? Do we do something against it? What is good? What is bad? There's so many things happening on the map. As Sugar Daddy is drinking his beer out of the keg, or do we know what's in the keg? Anyway, we have the keg running as the blessed shield and the taunt is coming out. Lots of R button get used. There is the Ring of Frost hitting no one. D-shield on the fourth set, and we have a double kill against the red team as the chicken killer Grayman is down, so is the healer, and I guess Jaina is down as well, as there is no other healer. And this is a triple kill in total. Nicely done by the blue team. Holy hell.
Yeah,
Sylvanas is...
Samu telling it as it is. There's brew in the keg, and I don't know if you know which kind of liquids are brewed, but beer is one of them. Is it the only one? I don't actually know. Still, I'm pretty sure it's beer.
Well, there are several beer brands, but well, that's another story we can tell you about anytime else. So, red team is picking up another camp as the blue team got an advantage now with one kill. But when you look to the map, the red team is still slightly in favor, and this sprint is now.
That top camp will do a lot of work there because they can't go there quickly. They invade the camp. There is a nice gust and a big silence arrow. Sylvanas getting the double kill there with that arrow, and Kek just doing so much work. Ooh, Memeldor Meme Machine. They are evil indeed. Wow.
Sylvanas right now is like, oh baby, that's a triple! Indeed, 7 kills to 3, and the first curse for the blue team against the red team. And baby, they needed it to get a little back on the map, getting an advantage, and having the 16 talents in addition to that as well. Sugar Daddy bringing the camp into the middle. The fort is not defending itself because it's cursed, as we all know. And the big push is happening in the bot lane, but the red team is coming for the defense. It's 4 against 4. And was tried to get by Varian, but there's a blast shield behind the gate!
And the Kek comes in. Because they can go aggressive. There is still a curse going on, and he tries to single out the Grayman. Does not get to it. Has to go out. Will have to drink something now. But still, a nice try there. And definitely Sugar Daddy 69. By the way, I dig that name. Really nicely done. Is doing his best to show everybody why he picked Chen. So nicely done there.
So they actually did really well. They have all the forts now gone, and the bottom keep wall is open, and they have level 16 talents, and on top of that their boss is up, but they're like, well, let's go just for their boss. We have 16 advantage, we can fight this. We have the mighty gust and the silence arrow as well, so
yeah, they try to go for the camp now. We have, oh my god, they are so out of position. There comes in place.
Oh my god.
Onto 2 with the follow-up. Nicely done. Now they can easily take that.
Ouch. That hurt by just looking at it.
Yeah, that was so nice. And also, the reaction by Sugar Daddy, who saw, oh, I will get stunned by the boss. Let's just quickly press E. That was amazing timing. Really nicely done. Yeah, Memeldors, Meme Machine flexing their muscles a bit. And I like it.
I like it as well. They also stealing the bruiser camp away while the boss is pushing towards the top lane, and I guess the blue team could push in addition to that with the boss, but they deciding not for. They do the Alterac move, go first for the top boss, and now go for their own boss at the bottom lane. Sugar Daddy is already preparing his shields as he is drinking out of his keg, and well, the next tribute is at the bot lane, so the blue team, I guess their plan is to get the boss, so the red team has to react to it, and in the meantime the blue team can easily grab the objective.
Yeah, we definitely have to talk with Luca about the about those team fights. They're so chaotic because we have a Keck just going in and stopping everybody from doing anything, and in the meanwhile the blue team just explodes all of their ults into the enemy. Really nice. Now will we see another one here right now? There is a taunt onto Chen. He cannot use his Keck right now because he got silenced too. Oh, a nice disengage by the red team. Don't know if they will further commit. It doesn't look like it though. It does kind of look now, because they still have that boss with them. Can they get the keep before the objective? That's a question. There's another taunt onto Johanna, but she will be able to roll around. And there's a nice Keck again onto the Greyman, who gets pulled out by Endoen.
Have just so many. Ooh, there's a nice engage. The Ring of Frost comes out, but the red team is just falling apart.
No, this is a stomp. This is actually a stomp right now. They can finish this. The boss still has half of the HP left. There is a stun onto the Haka. They don't commit for it though. They can just hit the core. Just hit the core. It's enough. GG.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. A game done in 30 minutes and 56 seconds. Luca, what do you make of this?
Oh, well, if game one was on a knife's edge, game two was styled there by the meme machines. Absolutely beautiful play from them, and it felt like, having seen the draft from last game, they knew exactly what they wanted, and it was that silence arrow. So big in every single team fight. Ando and Jaina unable to push their buttons for 90% of the game, it felt like, just sitting there watching their health bars go down. And that is the downside to picking up that variant. You give up some of your control in the fights, and without that control, it means that your team, your backline, need to be a little bit safer. We just didn't quite have that safety, and once they got their lead, they ran with it, did the meat machines.
Yeah, I mean,
that Chen, go. I really, I can't say how much I enjoyed seeing those kecks. I challenged them. I said, yeah, that's not Mimi what you're playing, and I guess Keck kinda is. So kudos to the meme machines, who are now in lead 2-0, and it was so disgusting to see them just. I mean, Jaina could do nothing. She always had something at her. Either she was silenced, or she was getting pushed around by the Keck, or then there was a stun, or she was dead. That's all there was. Poor Jaina.
I kind of understand the idea behind getting Varian and then instead of Li Ming, Jaina for the blow up, but the blue team, they were just so armored, so prepared for everything that comes out of this taunt and blow up. I mean, the D-shield wasn't even needed. I mean, Falset was, I guess, once divine shielded during the top objective fight once. In every other fights, I didn't even see the ult popping off. So the blue team was just way too strong, way too hard to get through. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our potentially final map coming up.
We do indeed. Friend or Foe have opted for first pick as their life is on the line, and we've been brought to Battlefield of Eternity by the Meme Machine. So very different map to the maps we've seen so far. This one is much more team fight focused. So will that be to the benefit of friend or foe, who have shown that when they can get fights they want, they can really execute? Or have Meme Machine's got something prepped for us here as well that is just going to make this uncontestable for the red team? We're going to find
might
out.
also be the chance for a hero that we didn't see in the games today. It's Vala, right? Because she has amazing race. Is like always one of the first pick heroes on this map. With the Q build, can just race down that immortal in seconds, I guess.
Yeah.
Might be a chance to see a hyper carry or something like that, with supported with a Zarya or something like that. I would like to see that. Both teams are ready.
Yeah, we could already start the game, and ladies and gentlemen, I guess here we go. This is the potential last game of the day. When Meme Machines are winning this in a 3-0 fashion, then it's over. But the stream is coming back after this match. We have not only the Division 1 finals, we also have the Division 1 Plus finals as well. Luca, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, we've got 5, 6, 12, I don't even know at this point, times champions, now called Kelvin Misses These every day, but the Solid Core, the X-Ray, the Hasu, they've been coming back and stealing our points. But last season, it came down to a 35-minute deciding final map on Volskaya Foundry, so they are not infallible. Can the Bobby Kotick fan club take them out and finally end this glorious reign? Can
Bobby Kotick fan club, really?
Can the hubris of Kelvin Misses These every day finally be their undoing? Or will they have come back fresh off of that incredibly close series and gone, right boys, this time it's going to be a clean 3-0. That's coming at 6 o'clock European time, 5 o'clock for any of my fellow Brits, or in 2 hours for people who are in complicated time zones and don't like maths. However, there is a game in front of us, and Anubarak again is going to be that first ban. Stukov again the first ban though from the red team. So far so good on the theory.
I'm still hung up at Bobby Kotick fan club. So.
Yeah.
they called themselves that before
No,
the season started.
I think it's possible it was a change midway through, or maybe it is from before.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't really. I mean, sometimes you don't want.
Yeah. I just want to tell Chat, I told the teams that you guys want to see the Brobius, and I hope they will go for it, though. Whoa.
But
Sorry.
for now,
I have tears in my eyes because of it's just.
you're good. So
With the last news we got and everything, oh god.
we have
We've had
Falstad.
some big changes here to the drafting pattern. Falstad and Lucio is the second bands coming in. Johnny, what do we think of that?
Well,
Rega.
Lucio in total is definitely fine for any cleansers, and Falstad shut down multiple team fights in the last 2 maps, so banning him out is definitely, well, a really nice option. Now picking up Rega first, so they have multiple cleansers, but the question is, what are they building up with that Rega? Do we see any kind of race already in the first 2 picks for the blue team? We have Li Ming, who can poke from the distance, and the solid Johanna from the last team fights as well.
As we said last draft, when friend or foe in the first map had their chances, it was with the Johanna engages with the Blessed Shield. So again, Definite takes it back and takes it for his team. And we have to say, he delivered too, right? Those
I want
engages.
Oriole Valor. Let's go. Bloodlust the Valor. Easy wins.
Ooh, yeah, oh my god, I want that too.
It's still possible. Still possible. Still
Guys,
possible.
sorry.
That's just the end.
I have the doorbell ringing. I might have to check that out.
Okay. I quickly take
Sorry.
over.
It wasn't planned for me. Sorry.
I quickly take over, no problem. We haven't seen Vala, Greymane, Reyna.
We have seen
Any
Grey.
of those big.
Oh, you mean
I mean
I
here
see, yeah.
in the draft, none of those heroes who actually can raise. Okay, Lunara finally get banned out, is either picked or banned.
But
So
then,
what's happening?
kind of the counterpoint is, for a while we had these metas where Hanzo and Valor were like the only racers, and then Jimmy was OP and he was the only racer. Before that, Greymane was kind of like really strong and he was the only racer. This is quality production value going on. I think I can...
Yeah.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I gotta go now.
Oh,
I'm
Kex,
really
well, it's
sorry.
been brilliant having you here. As always, the production value cannot get any better here on the Lounge channel. But we wouldn't want to let it cut us out as, hey, there we go, in one. I'm called Kex now. Big.
All right.
Yeah, there are so many racers who are meta at the moment that maybe it's no longer worth trying to choke them out. If you ban Greymane, give your opponents a stronger format, and they just put Valor behind it, have you really improved your draft? I'm not necessarily sure you have. And so instead, we're seeing the teams contest Johanna, Muradin, picks that are a bit more unique, and they're going to pick up their racers in the back half to see who's going to fit their draft best.
So we have Malthael together with Uther coming in, and Anduin has had to be banned out. Another pull out of any bad situations. The red team wants to deny that. But now I want to see the bloodlust. Give me any AA heroes. Give me Greymane, give me Jimmy, give me Vala, give me everything. I mean, Vala could be a little squishy. What is... Okay, I have questions.
Hey, double support, but on the wrong team. I was half right. Half right. We take the half rights. I like triple melee. I like 4-man Rexar. Dahaka is a good hero. And Chromie was first banned at the start of the season, the series. So like, there's many points that make sense, but Nano Malthael with a divine shield.
Yeah.
Nano Malthael with a. I don't know. Not quite
Well,
sold yet.
I mean, Anna has two options to nano boost if Malthael goes for the is not going for the last rights, but for the how is it called? The
Tormented Souls.
Tormented Souls, genau. If she can nano boost him and Malthael is just jumping from Dehaka to the little bear to Rexa to Rhaegar to everyone, and is just harassing them. In the meantime, Li Ming can easily targeting anything. Well, we'll see. Jumping into the third game of the of this series, we have on the left team side the Meme Machines leading with a 2-0 and could close it with Death Knight on Johanna. We have Sugar Daddy 69 on Malthael, Smaragd on Uther, Faith jumping in on Jenna, and Orkpok for Li Ming.
And the red team, their tournament lives are on the line, Johnny. We've got Alvarez on the Chromie. Itax is going to be bringing us Rexar. Rutek is your Rhaegar. We've got Ziamek on the Muradin, and Dahaka is going to be played by Arkunis. They've really got to step it up now. This is the last chance they've got. You can't leave anything on the table here as we come into our potentially final map of this Div 1 Cup.
Definitely. We have already two heroes for the red team sitting down top lane. For now, the tongue already connected, and Rexa is already committing for Sugar Daddy, and he is running for his life. But I guess for now he's fine. Or is he? He eating a lot of damage, and he lost a lot of mana for healing himself up. But he survives, and that's the most important thing.
Going left, right, and all over the shop there. The Dukes from the Malthael just a little bit too strong, and we're able to see him survive that first attempt. Very nicely done by him. Also not dropping a minion, and that is just the healing power of that Malthael in the lane. Bottom side, the 3v3 now that we've got set up with the one healer downstairs and one healer upstairs means that we can see the red team a little bit bullied out bottom side, but I think top side is going to be really hard for them to contest into the Uther Mountain.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing with Chromie and her W with the sand raining down from the sky, she can blow up the structures, and Li Ming has to connect the globe and the missiles to it, and anything can stand between that. So that's at least one good thing for Chromie. The red team already committing for the bottom camp, at the top camp was already claimed, and now we have a 4-on 1v1 situation as the single damage dealer for the blue team, Li Ming, is left alone all by herself down towards the bot lane.
Indeed, we saw that the rotation from Johanna and Johanna and Anna getting committed topside, but the red team saw that coming, and so they managed to trade out the camps. Neither side able to find really much advantage yet in these early phases, as we have these slightly weird laning setup brought on by the second bruiser.
Yeah, indeed, it's very confusing, also for me, and I guess for you as well. Both teams going for the bruiser camp right now, and it's a little bit... Okay, now I am top lane. Okay, now there's someone else top lane. Do we send someone? Don't we send someone? Do we either push, or what exactly are we doing? But we have both camps now running, or the blue team is... No, the blue team is currently waiting. There we go. Immortal is spawning in 12 seconds, and let's see who's going for the race.
Yeah, traditionally you want to cap it at around 45, because that way it crashes into the wave as the immortals spawn. We can see that happening here on the bottom side for the blue camp. But the red team was just saying, well, we know they're on camp. We know they're going to need a lot of heroes for it. We're perfectly fine to just let them have this capped early and get a little bit more pressure in the lane. But races look like they're quite even. The blue team struggling just a little bit here, as the Haka was just making so much space around the objective though, and they are going to come in with a nice 5k lead here pretty much.
And they're... Yeah, go.
Kun is running away here though from that damage. Blue team have to set up to be aggressive here, but it looks like before 10 this double support just isn't quite going to have the legs, and I think that's to be expected here. We're going to see this first objective going over quite shortly to the red team.
Yeah, the blue team is desperately trying to defend at all costs. Sugar Daddy is jumping with his multi down here, and Deathnet is following up on that. Arkpok is looking for some connections with some orbs, I mean, but as you said, the red team just a little bit more solid in the race, as Chromie finds the sand in the corners to get it through, and this first race going for the red team, and will head top lane.
With this new changes to the buildings, it's a bit more interesting to see, because normally losing that first objective forced you to give up your vamp in topside or bot side, wherever it pushed. Now we're going to have to see the whole fort drop, so with that extra health as well, will the blue team be able to mount a more successful defense here? They've got a couple of issues in that they are double support with the Uther bot lane. Malthael is going to offer some deepish on the Immortal, as the shields are already down. I think they should be able to save this building at about half health. Chromie just trying to shell in on the backside, but they're going for Johanna. The stun is there. There is no Iron Skin. Misha goes down. Death Knight on 300 health, just about able to walk his way out of that. Not sure how he got away, but once again, animal rights not in effect in this game as the turnaround comes. Ming with a huge orb connects onto 4. It's going to be Rexar that goes down first. Chromie is running for her life, but you feel like the Sand Gnome isn't going to be able to survive this. Muradin now walking out on his mount. Rhaegar as well, the little dog, but 2 kills going over to the blue team, and that's going to find them a pretty easy level 10, and that's really what you want with your nano boost souls coming.
The blue team chase is going on as Uther was interrupting the rotation down towards the bot lane for Muradin, but Dehaka was saying, nope, this is the end for the chase, and we are even, despite the fact that the blue team has a 2-kill advantage. But the blue teams, as you already said, top board is not looking healthy, but what's also not looking healthy is Sugar Daddy, as he has to deal with 3 other opponents, and he is down. Death Knight was trying to help him, but was way too late, and the sand trap wasn't saving him, but saved the death or the kill for the red team.
Well, the sand trap from the red team there, just making sure that I think they have enough time for the Misha stun. Luke comes out onto Li Ming. There is a cleanse for it, but it's not in the right lane at the moment, so she will take the damage, but once again, poor Misha. Oh, hard life.
Very poor Misha, and there's a big wave coming in on the top lane, and that could already be the elimination for the top fort. No, the blue team can hold on to it. They can hold on to it, and their next Immortal is already up. So both of the sides can go for the Bruiser camp first, because the Immortals are in the defending positions.
Looks like the red team are going to opt for that, but the blue team instead, they just want to get their poke in with Li Ming where they can. And it's kind of something we're going to see throughout this game. The red team have got a lot of outs, a lot of ways they can put pressure on the map. They've got a lot of bruisers who can take camps and shove waves, whereas the blue team, their macro is very much based on if they can win a team fight over the Immortal and then take the Immortal. There isn't really a second way out for them. So as they didn't have 10s for the start of this phase, very rough start for them. We're going to see Uther getting stunned here now, but the turnaround onto Dahaka is at least going to be attempted. That 50 spell armor though, making it look like it only tickled him, and the blue team have to mount a strong defense here. They're going to move topside, make sure the red team can't get any race down as Death Knight. Just making sure he knows where all of his opponents are. Malthael gets caught out a little bit. The D-Shield is used here in the Souls. Where's the Nano Boost? It's not coming out onto into Malthael. He's got so much damage coming out in the backside that they can't find a kill. And Anna is just running from the dinosaur in the backside. The team's popping their R's, but the red team all able to run away, and now they have to find a re-engage soon if they don't want to give up this objective race. But Murder is sitting in that bush, and he's gonna find the stun onto Uther, the Immortal helping out as well. He's falling so low here, Smargrod on the Uther, not quite going down yet though. The 15 armor and the Anna heal's just enough, Johnny.
Yeah, the blue team definitely trying to walk away. Death Knight much in trouble, and he will die unless it's happening a miracle. No, it doesn't. The red team finally get a kill in this crucial team fight, and in the meantime the top lane got pushed in their favor as well, as we have the first structure falling and the second objective finally secured by the red team as well. Malthael is cleaning up what happened at the top lane. And, well, with that Immortal, after 9 minutes, the Immortal got stronger. The shield is a little bit less than the last one, but with that one, they could already get this fort as well, and making the upcoming fights for the blue team even crucial. Blue team trying to defend aggressively, going behind the Immortal, but the red team is ready for it. A little bit is coming around, but Sugar Daddy, there's a D-Shield on him. Ancestral Wrath coming out, but it's denied by a grenade of Anna. And Misha is the only one to die. There are the boars for the re-engage, but without Misha there's no one to stun. There's a loop, but a nice cleanse. So Malthael is safe. The blue team losing out the fort, but not losing a hero as well.
Worth saying now, that is twice they have put all 3 R buttons onto the Malthael with the Tormented, the Nano, and D-Shield, and both times they have not been able to secure a kill. One time, unfortunately, Misha did have to give up on his life, but neither time were they able to actually convert the fight, and that has to change soon for the blue team, because if they aren't getting kills with their ults, their draft doesn't do anything. So very well done by the red team navigating these fights so far, and it's showing on the map as they're able to push in both the lanes incredibly effectively. Yeah.
As you said, they are definitely trying to push Death Knight. Ooh, there's another engage, there's a temporal loop, and the Tormented Souls are popping out again at the same time as the Nano Boost, and this time it got much more value. The red team falling pretty low. Rhaegar's not can handle everything, as Muradin is the first one to die. Rexar was isolated, got killed by Li Ming as well. That's a double kill, and the blue team finally fights back, and they want to open up the map for, on the red team's side as well to make it even.
Looks like they're going to be able to get this wall down after that impressive team fight. But finally, we saw Malthael able to get an angle where he was hitting 3 or 4 people at once with his W's and with his Q's. And maybe as well with that little extra healing at level 13, because there are a lot of bodies that have got high health pools on the red team side. So that percentage healing doing slightly more now as well is definitely going to help.
Indeed. Now the next Immortal phase is up, and this time the blue team is at the starting point a little bit quicker, can make the halftime show for their perspective, and then can go for whatever the red team is going. But look how fast the red team is doing damage as well.
Absolutely brilliant. That race there has just been coming out perfectly from the red team. No, yeah, blue team, but the red team now coming back in with Raids on the other side. The Bulls are buying time as they try and finish this off. Malthael looking for a way in, but the door is being shut in his face from all sides. Slows all over the shield fighter on the cleanse murder is there, but it might not be enough. Have to come back for the nano though. The D-shield already used is not ideal. Crony is falling low. Sugar Daddy with another cleanse, but Crony has the time trap. She's gonna be able to survive this. Just about murdered, jumping for the orb.
God!
Huge players coming out here from the red team. They keep Crony alive, and now Sugar Daddy is oom. He is left behind. He is going to go down. What an incredible defense out of friend or foe. They're going to be able to walk away with this Immortal, and it looks like from that we're going to be able to see them push in on a keep. So well played there by the red team.
Oh my god, the get down Mr. President move by Muradin jumping into the orb, so it's not hitting Chromie and finishing her off. That would definitely be her death. Oh my god, that was such a nice move. Now, with the third Immortal in their favor, the red team is pushing again towards the bot lane and trying to not open up the wall, it's already open up, but eliminating the first keep of this game. Let's see how well the blue team can defend this.
It looks like it's going to be a tough defense here as the Immortal is barreling down on this keep. The ults are almost all up. There's no D-shield, but there might not be enough time to wait for it. The loop comes out onto the Malthael. The cleanse is late. He can't stay in. He gets stunned. He gets licked. D-shield still not there. Now it is, but he's already safe. The Immortal dropping just below half health. This keep must fall, but it looks like the game will be saved. Muradin, or he thought about it, but in the end couldn't find anything more. Very nicely played there again by the red team. They're managing this Malthael so well in the team fights, Johnny.
Yeah, definitely. The blue team, they tried to get any kills, but now with the level 16 talents in the hands of the red team, they were like, okay, let's just save, defend it, and we can fight another day. The red team in the meantime going for not only for the bottom siege camp, but for the top siege camp as well. And with those two pushes, the blue team definitely has to defend again. And I wonder if blue team now get level 16 talents as well, so they can fight now on even talents. And they are retreating. Are they looking to go for Deckard? Are they getting him?
Are going to try for Dehaka, but he's a slippery little dinosaur. Hannah there really diving forwards, trying to find his sleep, but won't be able to. However, level 16 is a huge power spike for this comp, because this is where Malthael picks up that 8% health damage on his W. Every time he jumps behind someone, he kills 8% of their health on top of the damage he was already doing. And so now it's in an AoE as well because of his talents, because of the way he's built into this W style. He's going to put out a lot more fights when he's got the damage in fights, when he's got that nano boost on top of him. And that might just be the break point for the blue team. They've been able to keep very close up until this point. Will they still find they can't quite get the kills in those fights, or will the damage just be slightly overwhelming?
Yeah, that's a crucial thing. In the meantime, the blue team has to defend again and again and again, because none of the forts of the red team are gone. We see the Haka sneak in the bush, but the objectives are up again, so the Immortals will fight for an eternity, but the teams will change that soon. The blue team going aggressive with Death Knight and Johanna moving in. They are looking for Misha, and Misha is down. There's another isolation on Muradin, he can hop out, but a lot of heroic abilities already got used by the blue team. The red team...
They're just missing as Muradin jumped out so close, but now the counter engage coming out from the red team. The balls go out. Here's the loop. There's no Iron Skin. The Divine Shield is needed just to keep her alive, but Dehaka says, are you sure you're out yet? And meanwhile, in the backside, Uther goes down. The red team are marching forwards. They are not going to lie down and go out 3-0 in this series, Johnny.
Definitely not. The blue team, they used every single heroic ability. They lost on the team fight, they lost Uther, and the red team, they even used one time loop and one heroic ability by Rexa. Every other heroic ability wasn't even needed for the red team, so very well played by them. I'm not sure if the blue team needed to go that aggressive, but now they definitely want to defend their Immortal. So they go in, there's another Blessed Shield on Eatrex, and he's losing health, but the Ancestral Wrath keeps him alive as the red team is trying to get more and more done. Their more heroic ability is up, but Misha is the first one to fall in this fight again. But Chromie with the sand is already poking from the outside and brings us the Immortal from the blue team down to a little bit more than 5,000 HP.
Odin's jump just got caught there by Johanna, but it looks like nothing more is going to come of it. Gonna have to pop the Avatar to feel safe, but he's gonna stay in that fight here. As Malthael now says, are you sure you want to hang out? Modin has got the cooldown back in time to leave, but the Immortal is crucially going over to the red side. And with that level 18 for Chromie, the Pierce means you can no longer really deny her mortal damage at all. So once your Immortal starts to get low, her poke is incredibly strong.
And now we have multiple problems. First of all, Johanna is completely stuck. Oh no! Help me, I'm stuck, I can't get out, no! Okay, even the Blessed Shield can't help you there. Oh no! Losing Johanna here is such a is maybe the worst timing ever. There's a silence on Malthael. Can they already decide the game before the Immortal is at the core? Sugar Daddy is jumping left and right. Is time stopped for now? And Misha is killed by Orpok and her Liming, but Liming has no mana. And the Immortal is already on the core. Can they find any kind of defense?
They're falling so low here. The core shields are already gone. The Immortal has health. Malthael goes down, and you feel like with that has to be all she wrote here as game number 3. Finally, we see friend or foe take back a stance in the series. And with that, it is time to welcome back to the booth. Kex, your name is wrong on top of your head, but we all know who you are at this point. How much of that game did you catch, buddy?
Yeah, I came in like when I guess only one keep was standing on the left side. I was kind of surprised to see like a Malthael hard carry comp on the left side, or it's more like Liming, but look at the damage by Malthael, 102,000. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised by everything I saw. And also, look, we only have 5 kills on one side, 6 kills on the other side, so it seems like they couldn't really get the kills in, but it was macro-wise a big game for a friend of 4. Or am I wrong here?
It was honestly a team fight masterclass there from Friendle, though. Every single time the D-Shield, the Nano, they get popped on Malthael, and it got so little value every single time. They closed it out so well in every single fight. And unfortunately, if you play the double support Malthael, once you push R, if you can't find those kills, your team just doesn't quite have the same value, the same macro, the same race as any other comp. And so we just saw that in the end they couldn't quite close it out, and it was so beautifully done by the red team. So
yeah, and they had to fight back, and now we're going to see how far are we getting. Do we see another complete reverse sweep until the 5th game, or is this shutdown in the next game? Luca, tell us about the next game.
Well, it looks like we are going to be finding ourselves at Alterac Paths. Apparently my mic quality has been absolutely awful for the past cast, so I do apologize for that. It was set up to do hosting, and so mixed for
I'm sorry.
much lower voice volume level than we actually saw, and I think maybe some of the shouting was a little bit too much for its poor little thing. We're going
Luca, thank you for stepping up though. So I'm sorry, but my landlord just was on the door and I could not say no.
Yeah, no, life happens sometimes, and sometimes your replacement needs to be replaced by another replacement, and we're all accepting of that. That's okay. But we're here now on Alterac Pass, our 4th map of the series, and we're gonna see, bit more of a big macro map, bit more like map number 2. Will we see it go the same way, or now that Friend or Foe have their first win under their belts, are they going to come back with a much more aggressive style. It was picked up by the red team for the first time, so we are going to see blue team, the meme machines, with their first pick. The first time this has happened since Towers of Doom.
And they decide to go for Alderac Pass, which is one of the biggest maps in the game, might even be the biggest, which is an old theme we already discussed. So they might have something special planned for this. I could see a Samuro, something like that.
Oh, we go cheesy combination. Yeah, that could work out. But I guess the blue team is like, okay, we memed a little bit. We maybe memed a little bit too hard. We don't want to lose too much, so let's just stick it together. We have our tradition bans, so Nubarak is banned out first. Wouldn't be shocked if Stukov is now the one being eliminated. No, it's a false dead. They go for the global bans.
I think that fast stat has just been so good in this series that definitely taking it away, because especially friend or foe seem to like to play these aggressive team fights where they just pile on, and the Gust is so good at denying that. So taking that away is good. And Hogger is a bit of a specialist ban for Alterac Pass because he does the camp solo faster than any other hero with no resource cost and very little health cost. And so basically what you find is Hogger just does that camp so quickly that the mid pressure can be overwhelming.
Yeah, true. Do you believe maybe to answer this heavy dive that you spoke of, there might be a Deckard on the blue side, and he could just go stay a while and listen?
Don't we all know the story he's about to tell us?
I mean, the story most of the time is there is a Gravo bomb now, and you will die. But it is the Dehaka first pick, so Sugar Daddy, who we enjoyed on Chen, and I don't know what he played last map because I didn't really follow the game, decides to go for the Haka on one of the biggest maps, the global. It just makes sense. There's nothing wrong about it.
Sugar Daddy was the Malthael in the last game.
He was the Malthael. So
He was the Malthael, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So there we go, Stukov together with Johanna. Normally you see Stukov working together with Varian for blow-up combination, but we already saw in the second game that blow-up is something the blue team is very aware of. And here we go with Junkrat combined to the Dehaka, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a healer. Brightwing would be open, but
yeah, we have to address the JoJo, right? And Brightwing is open, you're right.
Finally, I'm right.
Congrats. Johanna was such a big point in every game, right? She is picked 100% in every game. And friend of foe, when they came back in the first maps, right, it was always because of Johanna. So meme machines decided to use Johanna as a kind of third ban and always secured them for themselves. And now Johanna is back in the hands of Ziomek, who already has proven that he can be a really big threat to the enemy team there. So I guess that's really big. Also Stukov, still one of the best heroes in the game right now. Junkrat, on the other hand, can be so mean on this map because you can delay the channeling of the objective for, I mean, almost forever, right? You just place your mine on the objective, so you have vision always. Maybe just one trap there, just for fun. You don't need it. You have your Qs. You can just poke above the wall and just stop them from channeling forever.
Very difficult to get the channel through, but Stukov has a very similar interaction with his lurking arm, especially if you don't go for that 7 upgrade. You can kind of just hands off keyboard, start channeling, and then go make yourself a cup of tea. But Lunara is going to come out for the red side, and she's going to be paired with the Rexar that we saw last game. So having seen the value that the Bulls were able to get last game, they want to bring them out once more. And poor Misha, she thought she was going to have a nice comfortable retirement. Not going to be the case.
No, the bear still has work to do. And isn't Rexar able to actually solo boss and stuff?
He could, but it's difficult. We have actually currently Diablo coming in with Hansel, so potential arrow into APOC combination that can work, but don't necessarily need to.
Obviously
finally,
gonna be Dragon Strike and the Hakatong into Dragon Strike.
that
Obviously.
could also, yeah, that could also
Junkrat
work.
boops it back in. You breathe over it with the lightning breath to keep them in
Yeah.
there for longer. Brightwing
They are the meme
looks at it
machine, and I
laughs.
expect them to meme.
Maybe
Yeah.
Oh,
Brightwing even
Emerald
says-
Wind! Imagine
I hope
Emerald
not.
Wind.
There's levels, right?
We have no Gust, we pick Emerald Wind. Alright. Kind of a Guster.
I do really like the Thrall Rexar though coming out from the red team. The potential of the balls into either a Sundering or an Earthquake with the melees just running down one target. Johanna can shield them into the root and the stun, and then Lenara can just kind of cackle and watch as everything dies like she tends to see around her. So game number 4, will it be a win for the blue team? Will they finally take this home, or will friend or foe put us into a game number 5? I'll hand it over to you, Kex and Johnny.
Thank you very much, Luca. And let's try to see if we can juke the production team again. On the right side, we have Friend of Foe, who are trying to start their reverse sweep right now. We have Etrax on Rexa, we have Stukov on Rutek, we have the other way around, Etrax on Rexa, Rutek on Stukov, Akunis on Thrall, Johanna will be played by Ziomek, and Lunara is played by Alvarez.
And to the left side, we have the team of the meme machines with Death Knight on Diablo, Faith on Brightwing, Smaragd on Junkrat, Sugar Daddy on Dehaka, and Okpok on the Hanzo, who by the way is going for the Q build, not the W build or the auto attack quest. We have again the tissue regeneration, so I'm sorry, but it's again not a race car. And Rexa's already at the top, while the blue team is cleaning the middle and is maybe looking for a 4-man rotation.
I guess so. On the other hand, let's talk about Friend of Foe. They chose to take 2 bruisers. I mean, the map is so big that it actually makes sense, because you always need to have someone on the bot lane, always need someone on the top lane.
Yeah.
So to do that in that way, I guess it's really nice. Also, Lucas said it, you might be able to do Boars, Earthquake Boars, Sundering. So there's a lot of potential there, while we see both teams now going for the siege camp. Yeah, with the blue team being a bit faster. This will change though, I guess, when Lunara takes her level 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, did you already address the Stukov build?
Lukov not. He's actually going for the reactive.
By the way, we have a big engage onto Thrall on bot with 3 people. Can he get out? He gets the wolves onto his enemy, but the moment Death Knight gets his cooldowns back, he will be dead. That is, of course, the strength of Brightwing. You can just so easily get into a good gank. You just move in with 1, and you're actually moving in with 2. So nicely done there.
As you already addressed, the double bruiser is really good, and Lunara has such a big damage that she can bring out, especially with the Chuck and Polling on level 7. But for now, the laner for Okpok, the laner for Okpok is meme machines. No, the other way around. Junkrat is coming in to maybe help them out, but they're not looking for the Wisp that is sneaky sitting in the bush.
No,
So,
he is
Vision
also
on the...
one of the best positions for the Junkrat to stop the enemy from channeling. He goes with other Blazeman though, and Lunara does not get into the trap. She is lurking around the trap, is not going into it. So they can just easily prepare the objective with this Junkrat, who is right now again on the camp, which is the way you play this map. You just send the camp on cooldown. And normally you don't take objective before level 7. So let's see if we see that too.
Exactly. We have the camp now played by the red team. The blue team is a little bit quicker with Junkrat. I mean, they have, of course, the 2 damage dealers, but there's a brutal attack against Misha, the poor bear. And the first objective is up, but usually the teams are not facing it until the team reached the level 7. We have Dehaka now
Which
with
does not
Thrall.
happen.
Yeah. And Thrall and Dehaka at the bot lane. Thrall has a way longer way up to the top as Dehaka can burrow in whenever he needs to.
Yeah. Also, they are facing off in the mid again because the blue team already lost their camp and there's still, well, some HP left on the red bruiser team, so they will get some armor reduction. Now there's a gank onto Okpok on the Hanzo. He gets out though, so nothing really happening here right now. And when will the teams decide to actually go for the objective? They are around the objective, but still don't commit.
Yeah. That's usually something, okay, we know there's an objective, but we actually want to soak. We're not pretty interested in the, maybe, yeah, later, leave it. We just soak, makes more fun. But yeah, for now, tradition situation, not tradition, but same situation as always. Dehaka and Deckard. Deckard? Where's the Deckard coming from?
I
Sorry.
don't know.
Thrall and Dehaka at the bot lane. Still, camps getting
By
played.
the way, last map you said Deckard to Dehaka once, so maybe you're just traumatized by Deckard or something. I don't know. The old man.
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Ooh, there's a nice tongue into the tower range, and Nakun is eating a lot of damage, but Johanna is there to help him, and Thrall is escaping this attack, and thank God, finally.
Meanwhile, we have the blue team actually going in for the objective, definitely even trying to channel for a bit, but Stukov will stop that with a nice W, and now Dehaka is coming in, so Alvarez had to back off, and now I guess there will be a dead bear, and also Skulls for Diablo. And now, can they do something here? Because level 10 is almost there for the red team. So it is definitely quite risky to go in there. The big teleport comes in onto the Junkrat, saves him. But that is also another cooldown. And the moment level 10 is here, and there is a nice stun onto the Haka, whereas the pop is great, gets all of the healing back. And now there's level 10. We see the boss, we see the Earthquake, we see Falling Sword, by the way, the Flailing Swipes, and also the Leaping Strike.
And level 10 is also reached by the blue team. We have the Dragon Breath, Blink Heal, the Riptire, the Isolation, and the Arrow for Hanzo. So we have to see big stuns and a lot of fire as well. So I'm pretty hyped for the team fights that will come in any second. So, I mean, the objective has to be played, I guess.
Some time.
Yes, just
in the near future, they will go, and they did. Okay, it was in the past actually. Again, Cakes caught lying because Diablo sneaking some of those seconds in. Really nicely done there. I didn't even catch it. So Death Knight, sneaky man. The sneak
as
knight.
you said, just a few seconds. I mean, normally you go in, you want to defend at all costs, no one is getting it, but Death Knight is like, yeah, I'm activating and let it go. We keep soaking.
Yeah.
I mean, there are camps on the map, you need to play camps, right?
To be fair, there are 2 camps and 2 bosses on the, so it's not so much. But yeah, another try maybe to engage onto the front line here, Death Knight and Sugar Daddy getting some damage in onto themselves by Alvarez. And now there is they actually managed to channel the objective with a Junkrat on the enemy side, so that's weird.
Yeah, what's also was weird, the arrow was flying from the bot lane, hitting the center of the team fight, but now Sugar Daddy is in trouble, is silenced, but Brightwing is helping them. Diablo is working on Stukov, but he is dying for it, exactly. Sugar Daddy is now in trouble as well, he is slowed to death, he's trying to get out, he's silent, and he is down.
Yeah, the bear dies too, and Thrall is quite low. But I guess that's it for our first big team fight here in this map. And objective goes to Friend of Ho. And the only thing that was good for the blue team was that they defended their camp first. So they got some value onto the mid wall.
First objective for the blue team. They push at all lanes. Etrux with Rexa at the top lane. Sugar Daddy is coming in for the defense. At the bot lane, we have the next two, Jana and Thrall, hammering
soon
away.
Joined by Stukov, who is now there with them. They might even try to go for a play here onto the Hanzo. There is a slow. Yeah, exactly the way you do it.
That feels so bad for Brightwing. Just left them for the top lane, and then in the second later, Hanzo, who was just with them, died.
Yeah, and gotta say, with low blow, the kill would have been even faster.
Yeah. Imagine low blow. Yeah, blue team struggling a little bit in the mid game right here, losing only one fort. I mean, it's not a big thing, but the red team is looking pretty well compared to the first two games where they nearly got obliterated. So
I mean, the first one was close, but the second one was a real storm.
yeah.
But yeah, I think so too. They have clawed themselves back into the series, and they know that when they lose now, it's over. So there is more room for mistakes, especially as we are in the Division 1 finally here, right? So these players know the game. They are masters and even grandmasters, I believe. So yeah, we got a lot to see. And here's Engage with the falling sword onto Death Knight, who gets not out.
Murdered. But on the top lane, Deaka is finding a kill against Rexa, but well, kill for kill, and the red team is going for the bottom boss, so they should. Diablo is not there, had no souls at all. The blue team sniffed it out because the
Sonic arrow by
Wrist
Hanzo.
is there, yeah, and I guess there's nothing the blue team can do about it. They just need to be careful that they don't get caught by the red team, because they have no structure at the bottom.
And look
lane
at
anymore.
the chunk of XP that the boss just gave them. They get to level 16. Now they are talent in front. They might just go and try to go either for the second boss or just gank and force a team fight, because they have a talent lead, and that's what you should do. And it's looking like Sugar Daddy knows exactly what's coming into him, and he walks out. Zyomag uses his ult though, and now they can pretty easily do this to this boss, and Dehaka even has to burrow out, and he goes for objective, which is a good call, because of course friend or foe is at the boss, which means they cannot defend the objective. And don't make a mistake, the objective on this map is ridiculously strong.
Yeah, definitely. And the boss will also take down the top lane fort, which means that the blue team either has to hard defend the objective or go back and set at some time and defend the boss. But Sugar Daddy is in trouble. He is in stasis. He got a lick on Thrall, but Deathnet is coming in as well. The boss got a lick. The arrow is at the backline, but Deathnet is in real trouble and he has to run away.
Ooh, so close, almost silencing the Riptire. A track onto the bear. Misha will be saved though, and Death Knight trying again for the bear. And there is a teleport coming in from Brightwing onto the Diablo, who gets saved there, but he is dropping really, really low. Lunara is low too, can walk out though, and yeah, just waiting for that Stukov heal. So it does look really, really nice here for friend or foe, and there is a bear trying to find a fruit fly. But she can just spot out. So now we do have still a boss. Okay, now again, I said it, boss dies. There's no boss on top lane anymore. Dehaka is still there though. Junkrat doing his best to annoy.
The chase down here for Brightwing is still going on.
It's still going!
It's still going! The fruit fly is not dead, but Faith is currently slowed, but Etrix is not finding a kill as the rest of the team is looking for kills, and Smaragd has no one to heal him up, so Junkrat is going down by Lunara.
Oh my god, Itrax gets out. Holy shit. Holy shit. Itrax already showing us his balls of steel when he played Greymane. He is even ballsier when he has got a bear in front of him.
He has the bears of steel. Who knows? We have another combination, but Joanna quickly thought, no, we're not engaging, we're letting that slide. 18 seconds on the timer for the blue team, 15 for the red team, so it's a little close, and the red team is going for it again. The blue team has not every hero available, and Death Knight losing half of his HP. Brightwing is not able to heal himself back up. There's a lurking arm, and uh-oh, that's not looking good.
Diablo getting farmed so hard. That's really something to be behold of, because. By the way, and yeah, Swanky Pants says it in chat. Yeah, I did realize that Misha actually blocked the arrow on the bot lane when Hanzo was facing off against Rexer. So that was really, really nicely done there. Yeah, maybe Misha has balls too. It's not only Idris.
So we have another push running for the red team, and they're of course interested in pushing into the mid lane. That's the lane that is pushed out the most, but the blue team is there for the defense, and they need to be careful because the red team is now turning into level 20 before the blue team is even level 18.
Yeah,
oh my god.
It's a big difference in power in this map here. And with those level 20s, and just look at it, it's the kill command on Rexer, it's the control chaos. We have the Earthen Shields, which is a really amazing level 20. Also intensifying toxin, and we have Luca's pick for best level 20 in the game. Heaven's Fury on Johanna. Cooldown reduction and healing and damage and stuff. Like the whole package. The whole package. You got everything.
The blue team is going for what they can, and this
SNL
is...
reference there, if you get it.
No, I actually didn't get it.
No, you don't need. Maybe someone in chat knows what I'm talking about. They've got everything. Okay, but yeah, they go for another boss play, and the blue team can't contest it. They have to soak now for, I guess, another minute or something like that. Because they need level 20 and they are so far behind. They cannot show actually. The moment they see a red bear somewhere, they should be really careful and they have to go back, while the red team just says, yeah, okay, guys, we're so safe. Let's quickly push in another keep.
Indeed, they're going for the bot lane. The next keep is about to fall, as the whole blue team should actually go for the defense, but they definitely need to soak. That's the reason why Dehaka is now coming back. But with this boss incoming, this keep is about to go down in seconds. There's a lick on the bear, and Heaven's Fury is activated. They're flying in onto Death Knight. There's an arrow. This time again blocked, and they just can't kill anyone. Earthquake is used. Oh my god.
But this time it seems like Death Knight might be able to walk out of this. And again, there is again the Johanna gets so much value out of her ult. But this time not as much as for the first two times. So it was Falling Sword was used 3 times in this team fight. So really nicely done there.
The cooldowns are just massive. The blue team, a little bit good for them is that the middle is currently pushed out wide. They have to deal now with the top and bot lane, but...
Oh, and they reset the camp. Oh, I saw that. I'm so sorry, Team Machines. You reset the camp because you were kinda too scared. Because of course there was a wisp there and you thought, oh, they might invade us anytime. Misha tanking the objective there easily, no problem.
The way look at the wave at top lane, how massive that is.
Yeah, the core can deal with that though, so that's okay. The hacker will go there though.
That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah, but the clock is ticking for, in favor for the red team, but the blue team, finally, they have their 20 talents. And they definitely...
This is Fairy Protector, it's not the Invisible Friends. It was nerfed, which was good by the way. We see the Cannonball, so not the Riptire upgrade, we see Contagion, the isolation that can spread onto everybody in the near, and Bullseye again, this is the stun, the second stun for the Hanzo.
Yeah, but Misha is currently in the blue team.
We have to say, when the red team wins this team fight, if they win the next team fight, they will win the whole game. There's an engage with the Hellgate onto Thrall, but again, Johanna with the incredible timing.
Oh my god.
Cleanses Thrall, and now there is again a big fight coming out. Earthen Shields from the Earthquake will do a lot, but Lunara dies.
The arrow hitting Lunara! But Tehaka is down as well. It's a 4 against 4. Death Knight whopping the throws. Joanna's flying again. Akun is looking for any kinds of health. But the red team just still is, I guess, the winner in this fight. Oh my god. They're currently...
They finally managed to connect onto Lunara, right? And there is
Yeah.
another try by the red team. They still want to go for it. And there is another good silence by Stuka for predicting where they will go. But there was so much damage onto the red team. And now Misha is dead. But they might be able to get... No, they are not. He gets out because Faith... Because of Faith. Smaragd has faith in Faith. And that faith translates into healing in the last second.
So much faith. Oh my god.
So Lunara died for the first time in that fight. Normally Rexa, Jojo, and also Thrall did an amazing job protecting her. And I mean, let's not be exclusive here. Of course, Dukov did his part too. So there was like a big front line to just protect the deer. And now they might even go for another boss play?
I guess so. I mean, they have the vision, and the Lunara died so lately. I thought the story of Bambi is going that the deer is dying at first.
Ooh,
but
and there is a big arrow onto two and with their conflict update.
Oh my god! But Johanna is flying out. There's a dragon breath, and he needs to turn very, very slowly.
The back line, Itrax gets the kill on Junkrat, and he almost solos both of the damage dealers. Misha, I mean solo, of course. Rexa always has the player with him. That was amazingly great. Itrax doing his best to become the MVP of this whole series here. I really enjoyed how he took on Junkrat and then Brightwing and Hanzo. Really nicely done. Definitely the one who wins the game here right now. GG. It's 2-on-2. The reverse sweep is rolling. We get a 5th map. We get everything we wanted. Oh, I forgot that this core can heal itself, right? And also, but it should be GG.
Yeah,
nice.
definitely.
So let's go back to our dear friend Luca and talk about what we saw in this map. Luca, triple frontline, hyper carry Lunara, and definitely an amazing Rexa player. And yeah.
Luca, we currently have information throughout the chat that you are...
Yeah, I am muted. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. But what a brilliant, brilliant game that was. So well played by them. Heaven's Fury, man. I think that sums up pretty much all the points I made, wasn't it? Heaven's Fury.
Luca, I'm really happy that you are muted because all that stuff that you said, that was not for children. You don't have to be so strict. Wow. I mean,
we denied you.
Samu always tells me I have to stop using holy shit and stuff. But wow. Wow, Luca. Wow. So behave yourself. No, but yeah, that definitely Heaven's Fury. What a level 20. I mean, your point stands for one of the best ults level 20 in the game. Definitely. We saw Johanna using it 3 or 4 times in one team fight. Yeah, definitely so much value there. Poor Diablo was getting farmed, which I thought was kind of impossible with their setup, but yeah. Thanks for that whisper, by the way, Johnny.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
By the way, we have now that we are even again, we have a reverse sweep on its way. And Luca, tell us about the last map.
Well, finally, we've seen some incredible maps so far, but the macro has really been what's defined this series. And I think that's going to carry on in our last map as we're going to Sky Temple. Will we be able to see one team pull enough of a lead in the early game that they can just chokehold their opponents in that late game? Or are they going to be closely contested all the way, neck and neck? Genji versus Dignitas style with that final Genji swipe ending our Division 1 Cup. This is only the first half of the afternoon, guys. We've still got a whole other final coming right after this, but the teams were putting on a show for us today as it looks like, final game. We've had a reverse substitution. We've brought back in Year of MMM. Is that going to be the change that Memeldors Meme Machines need? Or is the cold player, the rested player, is he not going to be quite as fast as these members of Friend or Foe that have played 4 games in a row now and are just itching to go from the first second?
So, this is the question that needs to be answered. I guess everyone is ready, and Sky Temple is a very interesting map. You don't necessarily need to fight against structures or something like this. You just need to battle with some stages, and in the meantime, there's a temple that fires for you against the enemy structures. So just be safe, care about the stages, and then the rest of you is doing the temples are doing for you. But the other team is having the same in their mind as well. So we're jumping into the last draft. And by the way, Cakes, the last game we had in Division 4 that we two casted, we went the full distance as well, right?
Yeah, it kind of seems like...
Is it a curse?
We are not allowed to only have 3-0s or 3-1s. No, we always will get those 5 mappers. I'm not complaining, but I'm hungry.
I'm definitely not complaining as well, but I kind of had an idea that it's going that way, so yeah. Sorry, Luca, bad luck.
Poor Kex, thinking back to 2 hours ago when he was about to make his lunch. It had been a nice morning, he'd got up to loads of stuff, and now, 3 o'clock, it was time to get cooking, and out of nowhere, 2 hours worth of casting plus came his way, and now he's just sitting. I mean, he told us his landlord came. He was just going to the fridge quick, and that's what that was. That was 10 minutes of quick. Violently raiding the fridge for anything he could do to sustain himself through this game.
Because you know that my fridge's nickname is Landlord, so yeah.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it. You traitor.
It looks like our draft is cracked here, though, by both teams. Nubarak, Falstad, and... Oh, man. I was in the middle of making a point, and they banned Chen. Come on, guys.
Oh,
Come on.
Luca, I know that feeling. Whenever I say something, there still is a boss on top. No, okay, he's gone. It's
Chen's banned. There's no kegs. We're going home, boys. It was a good run. 1+ is cancelled. See you guys next year. Maybe I won't, actually. Who knows?
Yeah, no. Heroes Lounge disbanded forever because no keg. Sorry, guys.
So, with that said, we have the first prioritization for Johanna, of course.
Look at that. That's just how much of respect, so much respect to show to COMX Jojo. Just amazing. And I mean, Luca said it. He definitely hard carried that with those Heaven's Fury powered light swords there. Falling sword, sorry. So Death Knight now going for the Jojo just to deny them that. That's kudos. That's just showing, yeah, we respect you. We know that you're a good Jojo player.
It's been picked in the 1-2 all 4 previous games, and so this time eventually Meme Machine's like, no, this is the first pick. This is where the value is. But Stukov and Johanna and Dahaka were both let through by the red team, opting for Ando and Muradin instead. I don't know how I feel about the Muradin pick. Maybe they've got something spicy coming in the back half. Maybe that's why they had to leave Stukov, had to leave Dahaka, and they wanted the Muradin. But seems very high prior, unless Siamek does have some hero pool issues, which I have absolutely no idea. I'm not sure if we've seen him on a different tank yet so far, but it seems
Variant.
weird that it's coming out here.
Wasn't
We
the
did see the
variant
variant, and it did look rough.
Yeah. Oh, Erdothor banned. Oh, that's sad. I would have loved some Aber for Illusion, Aber for Samuro for the final. That's what I would do.
I want to point out real quick, before it happens maybe, in none of the 4 games that we just saw was Vala even banned, picked, I guess not even thought about.
You know what happens now, right?
That would be a really nice moment right there. But no, we're getting the Hogger together with the Kelthos right there. All right.
You're leaving that Rexar open as a potential last pick. You can run both Hogger and Rexar in the format. The Kelthas as well just gives so much potential that if they, for the stun chain with that big AoE stun and the bombs that get spread, it's a slightly bizarre. It's not necessarily meta, but it can definitely work. But here we go. Chen
Love
disallowed. The guys
All
were
right.
like, it's not quite a Probius, but it's close.
Very close.
Ragnaros is nice. So I guess we'll see Sulfura Smash, but I would love to see the wave, especially on this map.
Shield smash, and then whatever the Stukov one is got, low blow. Shield smash, low blow. That hurts. In the late game, if you're standing next to each other, that's everyone. It's not going to be the Rexar. They're going for the Sonya instead.
Again, triple cruiser. I mean, it's proven useful for them. So if it works, why change it? Hogger will do the camps. Sonya will soak. Kalthas will just deliver the fire.
He will.
Oh boy. So, Luca, giving that, giving this draft, this final draft, who do you think is going to pick up this victory?
Well, obviously, I want both teams to win, and I wouldn't want to pick a big favorite here. But as an old unstopper bro, that Ragnaros pick is just too spicy for me to let up. So my eggs, they are sitting firmly in the basket of the blue team. I want to see that Ragnaros take home a win in that final matchup, and hopefully we're going to see an absolutely incredible showing from both teams.
Alright, let's jump into the last game of today's Division 1 Cup on Guy Temple. We have on the left side the Meme Machines for the last time with Death Knight on Johanna, Orkpok on Lunera, Year of MMM on Stukov, Sugar Daddy on Dehaka with Smaragd on Ragnaros.
On the right side, the red team, its friend or foe. Might they be able to complete the reverse sweep? We have Sonya, played by Idrax, with Rutek on Anduin, Arconis on Hogger, Siomek on Muradin, and Elveros playing the Kelthas.
Alright, both teams are going straight for the eye. Is it the brawl that's already going on? I guess it is. Well, who makes the first blink? The blue team is currently showing a little bit more, but yeah, the red team is like, okay, you got it. We gave it to you. Just don't kill us. We don't want to fight. We can do that later.
So much frontline on both sides. Actually, kind of surprised that we see Q build on the Ragnaros. I was kind of thinking Meatball. But yeah, I mean, as I said, Masters and Grandmasters, they will know their stuff. So I'm not questioning that. In the meantime, let's see how they will split up. So we have Hogger against Haka on top, and there, Arconis luckily dodging a tongue there. While in mid lane, a bit of a brawl again going on. So it's a 4-man Sonya, which is kind of surprising for me.
Well, it's the four-man Sonya with the smash build that's currently looking like. It's very good. I mean, Hogger could do that as well. A lot of terrifying spinnings that's coming through. And we see the blue team stealing the siege camp away, not wondering why the red team is doing something against that. Because the red team is going for their siege camp first, the bruiser camp first. So, what do you think?
Of course, enables the old strategy of let's hard push top, get the wall down, and with the first objective on top, we can just get the complete top 4 easily done. So that's one of the things they could be thinking here. But in the meantime, they lose bot wall, and I don't know if that's worth it actually. And they don't even commit to the big push.
Yeah, big push is currently happening at the top lane, but only Hogger, as you say, and this mage got dragged into tower range, so this got pretty shut down really quick, and can be reversed if, yeah, the blue team is going now for the bruiser camp, and during the objective phase, if you push towards the top lane, you can hold the top temple together with the bruiser camp, so maybe this is the idea that the blue team is currently running for. We have a 4-man going bot lane currently for the red team, soaking and pushing a little bit further.
Yeah, a red team doing a lot of damage there. Jojo had to use trade already, and that will be at least one tower. Now Okpok and also Year of MMM are joining on the bot lane. As I said, that everybody walks to the mid lane. That's the way I cast. Nice.
So, temples are active, Deaka is already at the top, and the fight will definitely start right here in the middle. Janna is currently on fire, as always, and the camp needs to be defended at the top lane by Hogger first. But now the blue team is moving in the middle, but so is the red team. It's going on.
Do see big fights happening on top objective, on the middle objective, while the camp is still pushing on top, and there Muradin has to be really careful, and there's a miscommunication by Anduin and Muradin, who gets Anduin uses Leap of Faith to get Muradin out of the danger, and then Muradin jumps again. So kind of disenergy there, but still looks like both of the first objectives will go almost entirely to the blue team. Now Xiaomek coming back in for the mid objective. Decides, no, the last shots will be ours. Gets them.
Yeah.
But look at top. Look at it's done.
It's done. I thought it could be maybe close, but it was just enough with the last 2 shots. It got destroyed, and well, continues. Hogger is now the target, and without a fort to get back, that could be a dead Hogger right there. There's a pushback and a silence as well, and he's running for his life. Is unstoppable for now, and it's just escaping. Oh my god, that was close. But look at the bot lane! Look at the bot lane! Ragnaros is down! That was the first kill for the red team. Nicely done.
It was also the first kill of this map. So, yeah, both teams 5 minutes of trading blows, and now finally they can commit to a kill there. They will also try to get in the second tower there, so the complete wall on board is deleted. Still though, Hogger has to be careful there. He's pretty low against the Haka, and now he is joined by the whole team. Though they want that there Haka, and there is a lot of damage coming in. He can drop his, and there is a big team fight coming on. Lunara is still on bot, so it might be favorable for the red team to continue fighting. They don't want to. So yeah.
Right. We have now in the middle a little bit of skirmish, but Sugar Daddy is easily walking out of trouble. So is Sonya. He's healing up, and Anduin has them all. In the meantime, Lunara is currently pushing down towards the bot lane, and well, both teams are now have their level 10 abilities. We have again the massive shove, the leap, and Johanna is thinking about going into the sky as well, but is going for the Blessed shield.
Yeah, of course, the first match, as we imagined. I was kind of hoping, to be fair, for a Pyroblast onto the Lunara or something like that. I think that would have been quite funny. Still, it's a finale. It's the last map. I guess you don't want to go Pyroblast then. Here is a nice engage onto the Johanna, who has to use a trade now. Gets caught once, will die. She dies. And now there is a lot of things going on because, of course, there is the Ragnaros with the trade onto, what's it called? Molten Core. Sorry, the Molten Core, and he gets so much value. Also gets the KT there. So,
It's done. Cakes, I need to tell you this. Unfortunate, my door is ringing as well, so I have to check that out, and I will be back in just a few seconds.
all right, you go. That's the way it is today. No problems there.
Brilliant fights we've seen so far though, Kex, haven't we? Absolutely fabulous start to this game, but it looks like that Ragnaros turning around there with the Molten Core was just enough as Horror going down there in the mid lane. That's not ideal, but the Meme Machines have definitely taken a decisive stance here in this early game.
Yeah, it looks like the match is now going into the direction with, of course, Ragnaros on board, just going for the objective, and a small skirmish there as Lunara just barely escapes the damage. And are they still going for it? It seems they might. No, now they're retreating now. Okay.
Haka though on the back with the big... Oh, that's such a good lead. It's going to be okay. Muradin's got the avatar in time. He's now ISO, but the turnaround for Dahaka, he's going to take stuns, but he's not going to take damage, and that's going to be both teams pushing out to disengage.
Now, that was like... I was about to freak out every second in this team fight. It was turning around once the blue team was in lead, then the red team, then Dahaka comes in. This is the first match, but an incredible lead by Anduin. So, no kills there, surprisingly, but well executed by both teams.
But the honest truth here is the blue team, so long as they're not dying, their lead is just going to keep mounting. Sky Temple is a very, very snowballing map, but once you get 3 forts up on your opponent, it's really on them to try and find a way back into these fights. So we're going to have to try and see the Muradin with jumps and light bombs, the Hogger with angles, and the Sonya just with that survivability that they have. Try and stay alive long enough in these fights. So try and turn something around. As the blue team are now setting up, they're posing around boss. They've got the Haka pushing a top lane in with a camp, and this is going to force a decision out of friend or foe very soon.
They have to defend it. They have to defend that. They cannot let that bruiser camp just go on into the top keep.
Darkest burrowing in here on top of the Anduin. There's going to need to be a route. It is there, but they have to give the camp up. The
dodge.
Ragnaros there, that bottom building. Didn't see it on my camera. I don't think it was seen by Anduin either, but he had the swipe to stun him out. The follow-up with the smash was enough.
Yeah, and now the blue team can easily go for the boss. What a play by Smarak on the Ragnaros. That was so nicely done. And here is the dodge on the Stormbolt by Sugar Daddy. And they cannot, guys, you cannot go in there. You have to go back. Don't throw the game now.
Oh, Merlin is getting caught. He's deep. The stun comes out. He has to pop Avatar. He can jump away. The silence is just a little bit too slow, but with temples up as well, this is going to be a keep's worth of damage, at least, probably more, on to the buildings of the red team as they have to man up with this boss and Sonya. Oh no, not a time to be messed around by a whirlwind. They are 5. Heck, the Hogger is going topside to try and take the Haka off of this point, but Haka's having none of it. Sugar Daddy and Hogger has to run now.
Yeah. And with the combination of the boss and the bot objective onto the bot keep, that keep will definitely fall, so it might not be advisable to just stand there. You guys should go and attack top because you can't save that keep anymore.
And unfortunately here the red team are choosing to commit for top temple, but the 4-man of the blue team is there as well. Only Rag is bottom side, and with 16, this is a straight 4v4
wow.
Down. Talented shield connects onto Mirror, and the grip is there, but it's not enough. Too much damage coming out from the Lunara, and Kex, it's falling apart for the red team here.
They are doing weird. They are having weird decisions here right now. The Muradin was alone for so long because they decided to defend the boss for way too long, I believe, because you couldn't save that keep either way. Just defend the boss until he has like a quarter health or something, and then go top and commit with everybody. I mean, Muradin has had some amazing plays today. That, of course, I don't mean Muradin, but Siomek. Siomek has shown some amazing plays today. But even he can't take 4 people alone.
Yes, not quite got that power level, unfortunately, but we need to see the red team try and reset here. Now, they've got to get 16, and then, frankly, they've got to put all caution to the wind and run at the blue team like their lives depend on it, because their tournament lives very much do. They are half a level away now. There's no boss on the map. The objective has just been announced. So we're going to see that spawning in the next 2 minutes with the 2 topside temples. It's going to let them stay away from this more difficult to manage bottom side area. Although the dig is coming in from Dahaka. Sonya's going to be the target. It won't be enough though.
Yeah, the real problem here for the red team is the moment they lose a team fight with maybe 2 deaths, the game is over, because the blue team can commit and go for the... By the way, multicore again. They might go for another Sephora Smash, maybe onto the tank. No, they don't even need it. Sephora Smash goes onto KT, who has to pop his shield, and now they might even be able to finish the game already. They got the... Nah, okay, it's a low death timer still. What I wanted to say is... Oh, they get Hogger. That should... They do get Hogger, right? No, they don't get Hogger. Okay.
It's still deep. Can he root the rag? The root's just there. Hogger is going to fall for it.
They should be able to finish now, I think. But they might don't want to risk it. Still, what I wanted to say is, when the red team wins a team fight, they still have to go through a keep and a 4 on every lane. And the blue team can just walk bot and finish. So... That's, of course, something that's really, really holding the red team back, and also level 20 is on the horizon. I don't know how they will try to get back into this game. What do you think? What are the chances? What are they supposed to do?
It's so close, isn't it? It looks like we've been rejoined here by our man, the myth, the legend, Sergeant Johnny. So I'm going to let him answer that incredibly tough question instead. Johnny, how do we think? Red team's chances. How are we going to get back in the game?
Of course, facing the blue team, that's what they do here in the middle. There is again for a smash, but not like this. Kalthos is immediately down, but Stukov is looking not pretty good as well, but he is able to walk away, but Smaragd and Stukov finally dying, so the red team is killing them, at least for now. Death Knight is also falling, so it's a triple kill in total. Nice comeback by the red team. It's not over yet, don't go anywhere, but they have to defend the top lane against the camp, otherwise
and also they should take both objectives now. It's actually kind of a stretch. They should take both objectives and defend the camp.
They should do so much actually, but Akun is in trouble by Ogborg. Double leap, but Anduin is there to heal him back up. But is it enough healing?
Nice dot in the Stormbolt, but Chastise pierces and gets the Illuminara, but they can't get out of there, can they? It's coming from the side, doing a lot of damage. Look at that damage with the auto attacks onto Dehaka. Yeah, we have KT now back in the game. He has to defend. And now level 20s are in. And here is the problem. Boss is back on the table.
Yeah, boss is back on the table, as you said. There are possibilities where the red team can win this, even if they don't have level 20 yet. And good also for the red team is that Stukov only has the message off, so he can only push one target out.
We do have a bit of a skirmish already, and that was a blessed shield, I guess. We did not see it. Because I was watching what Sonya was doing, she is actually having back and now coming back to join the team. So that boss will definitely kill the red core. So they need to defend it. But the enemy has 20. So actually, it's a tough situation. They need to be active, but also not.
Yeah.
because they shouldn't take team fights, but they need to take team fights. It's a really weird situation here. They go for boss now.
The red team, they go
Hey,
for
Haka
boss.
burying in the back. And
Uh-oh. This is terrifying. KT is not even with them. Now coming in from the lane, Etrox is getting punked.
And Ragnaros is in the Molten Core again, and he has such a big range with his ult here, and they might be able to kill the Hogger now. Yep, he dies. He could not be saved.
And another tongue onto the Meridian. He has the avatar up, but it's not enough.
That's GG. That needs to be GG. They either do boss or commit on the core. Level 20 is in now though for the red team. Maybe with flamethrower you can.
Make it a safe play. They go for boss. They grab it.
Yeah, and they need to, of course, go. That's what they need to do. That's the Hail Mary. They needed to take that fight. They lose KT also. Yeah. But I really mean it. They had to do that. That was.
Yeah. They just had to. Sonya has no leap, no up, no ult up, and Anduin is just not enough for her to heal her up again, or no.
Reverse sleep denied. Memeldors, Meme Machine take back the momentum, and they also take the Division 1 Heroes Lounge Season 16 medals and title and stuff and everything.
Indeed. I mean, technically the core is still standing, but as we all know, the chances are so slim. The blue team should, if they really should lose this, they need to put the game in two hands and throw it away. But anyway,
if the red team loses this now, right?
Yeah.
Then I will give you so much money.
All right, we have a winner. We have a winner from the Division 1 Grand Final, and it's the Memeldor Meme Machines. Congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, let's get back in touch with Luca, the most spontaneous co-caster you could ask for.
You gotta be ready to dive in, dive out, duck and weave, a little bit of fun. Couldn't have a production where I just stood here and pushed buttons, could I? That'd be
It would
far
be
too
boring,
simple.
right? That would be so boring.
Bored. What an incredible game, though. In the end, Meme Machines they came out raring, right from the start, and they just had a little bit too much. And although Friend or Foe played really well to their outs and they came so close, in the end, they just got stuck in that horrible checkmate position where they couldn't wait around boss, but they couldn't leave boss. And so they were forced 19 into 20 into having to start it, and they just couldn't quite convert that team fight from their quality play, though, from both teams, and deserved winners of our Division 1 Division 1 Lounge Cup from Season 16. Hopefully, we're going to have some of them in here very shortly for an interview. But what were your guys' thoughts on this series?
I'd say Ragnaros. That's all I'm gonna say. No, Molten Core. That time, Luca, when you were casting with me, and we see Anduin walking bot, and thinking he is safe, but no, there's a Molten Core, gets stunned, gets the full smash onto it. That was so surprising even for me, because I did not realize that Ragnaros already led the team fight and went into Molten Core. So that was really, really good to see. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of the maps here. Kind of sad for Friend or Foe that they did not manage to get a reverse sweep, but still they put up a really good fight, and you cannot blame them. It was really nicely done. Both teams giving it their all. That's the way you want a finale to be, right? So
Yeah, I definitely agree and share the opinion from you. Was very, very nice and fun to watch this long way for the final result. We saw multiple combinations. We saw the blow-up combination that unfortunately didn't work. We saw huge combinations with the falling sword. We saw a lot of team fights, a lot of chases, a lot of back and forth. And finally, after a long afternoon, we have finally our winner, and well, that was hell of a series.
Definitely.
It looks like we have our interviewees ready to be dragged up here in just a moment. So hopefully someone other than me can do that, but I have a feeling that's not going to be the case, is it? Let's get
Can
them.
you guys just make Luca moderator?
That's right.
Give him the
I have the
rights.
powers. I have the powers. So congratulations, of course, to Death Knight for that absolutely incredible series. Well done, my dude. You have done yourself and your team proud, and I'm sure Coach Lemon is going to be sitting in the background, happy to see that his boys have become the Division 1 champions.
Who is sitting in the background?
Coach Lemon is not your coach?
No.
Are you not named after Lemon?
No.
Well, there we go.
I'm pretty sure someone is sitting somewhere and is pretty proud of you.
Yes. I see you sitting. You're probably proud of us, right?
We'll
Of
be
course
proud.
I am.
Yes, that's what I wanted
Always
to hear. Anyways, thanks.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about the matches. So after, let's say it like it was, like the first one was pretty clutch. It was quite even. We always thought, oh, they are trying to get back, and then you guys just turned and said, no, you're not coming back. We're still having you, but it was still close. The second game was such a storm. I was pretty sure you guys would win 3-0. And
Before you
no,
say
you
anything,
go.
we have promised our fans, also not even kidding, that we do fan service. So most games possible always.
all right, okay.
That's why we always won 3-2.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah, I kind of thought that also might be that friend or foe, especially Siomek, thought, okay, I might step up my Johanna gameplay right now, and we'll try to annoy you guys. And I mean, you kind of recognize that too, right? Johanna became the biggest priority in the whole game.
Yeah,
It wa-
she's broken.
She is incredible, right?
Yes,
And
yeah.
And I want to say that, especially in this Division 1 final that we had today, you tanks, you and Siomek, you really shaped the team fights. It was really amazing to see that when you guys had a play and you guys had plays on both sides, especially you, Devnet, and Siomek, then something would happen. So that was really amazing to see. And Johanna just being the one. I know. Did you win every game today?
No.
No, I think she lost, right?
The BOE one.
Yeah, BOE one, right?
Yeah, we did a fun stretch that didn't work, unfortunately.
But
Yeah, the
it was
Towers
still
one
fun
as
to
well.
watch and
You
cast.
played into it, and I think that you guys got a very close game there, but the Johanna didn't quite convert. Before we carry on with you, Death Knight, it is only fair that we give our wonderful lounge people a time to say thank you to everyone. So I think we've been joined by the fabulous Fallop, who's going to say a couple of words about the season and about the division, and I'm sure it'll all be brilliant. Fallop, are you with us?
Yes, thank you very much, Luca, for that introduction. Yeah, so of course I first wanna congratulate the Memeldors machines for their incredible win in this series, like a 3-2. It was, I think, everyone like a great series. I think after the first two games, everyone was thinking, oh, this might be a close one, but friend or foe really almost brought it back, and also big shout out to them for making it to the finals and their performance, and of course all of Division 1. We've seen some great highlights this season for Division 1, and hope to see more next season, which maybe some of these teams in Division 1 plus even. But yeah, for this, normally what we always say is like you get the highest quality of plastic, as you might also know from the past, but we switched it up as of late, so this time you get the highest quality of metal. So we will be sending your team some medals. You will be contacted about this shortly, and then you will get your own Heroes Lounge Season 16 Division 1 Cup winner medals. For all of your team, including the subs, everyone gets one. So that is what we give you. So yeah, big shout out to you, Death Knight, and to the rest of your team. And then back over to you, Luca, and the other casters.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for that, Fallop. You got any final thoughts you might want to share with us, Death Knight, before I rush off and try and frantically prep our next cup?
Oh, it's I'm hungry still. 3 hours.
Me too.
haven't
Join the
eaten.
club.
Yeah, I mean your name is Cakes, so I was like, shit,
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
need some
taunting you,
cookies.
right?
Yeah. I know. I just want to do some shout outs to my boys, to the boys and girls in the Avada Discord, always cheering us up. They always want fan service, so yeah, they got their fan service. Shout out to all the other guys, to you guys for making this possible, as always. It was a fun season, except the semi-final. That was pure torture. Playing against double support every game. Shout out to arm wrestlers. Yeah, and can't wait to see. Oh, there's a Division 1 Plus final, right? So
Yeah.
good luck to Hazu Bobs and the boys.
Kelvin misses these
Me
every
too.
day, as they are this season.
Yeah.
Because God forbid they have a name that fits on my screen or a name that stays the same for more than a season.
I mean, they are playing against Bobby Kodik's fan club, right? So, don't know about you, but I know who to cheer for.
Always for the Bobs. Yeah, that was my thoughts, I guess.
All right, thank you very much.
Congratulations and thank you very much, Death Knight. It's been an absolute of a roller coaster full of a series, and what a wonderful set of 5 games we had to see before we lose them, cast onto the void, and to be replaced by 2 newer, improved
Better,
models.
more beautiful.
Sergeant
funnier.
Johnny and Kex, you have been absolutely fabulous. A special thank you, of course, to Kex for stepping in at the very last moments. I will leave any final thoughts to you guys. Say goodbye to the people, I guess.
Well, then I can start from here, start the end. Yeah, thank you for everyone watching Division 1, the Division 1 Cup. I hope you had a lot of fun, so as we had, and learned maybe a little bit. I did at least learn a bit at least that Stukov, when he's not picked, then, with the cleanse, and so I will be aware of that in the future. But yeah, was a great time hanging around with you, Luca and Cakes, and looking forward for the next cast with you. So yeah, throw it over to you, Cakes.
Yeah, shout out to my landlord. Thank you very much for ringing the doorbell. Also, Luca, thank you so much for doing production and stuff, and also Eric's, I believe, in the background.
Yeah.
Johnny was a lot of fun again. Shout out to both teams, giving us a good show there. Yeah, and of course, chat and Heroes Lounge and everybody.
Well, I'll see you all very soon for Bobby Kotick Fan Club versus Kelvin. Misses these every day. That's going to be starting up in about 20 minutes. So go and, grab yourself a snack, go to the bathroom, but don't turn off the stream. We'll see you all back very soon.